What's up, everybody? It is the crack of dawn. I feel like we're gonna be underdressed. Like we don't have our nice Armani suits on. E- Hold on, Buster. Yeah, we're packed. Let's go, Fluffy. Fluffy said for sure by now everyone's gonna be down here because it's 7 o'clock. Let's just go through. Fluffy, can you lift some of this up for me? Okay, I can eat that. What was that? Pork? Beef? I can eat some noodles. Ooh, chicken wings. Corn. Fluffy's gonna get that. Fluffy loves corn. Oh, the rice. Okay. So far, everything's a hit for me. I'll skip on that. Soup. Skip on that. We will skip on. Oh, the invisible soup. Oh, then they can make your eggs right here. So, an egg station. There we go. Oh, look at that flip. That technique is pretty damn good. All our juices. There's your juices. What is this? What is this one?
Milk, I guess.
Oh, milk. Watermelon?
Yeah.
That's fine. I could do that. They just don't. They just have the banh mi meat. Okay. And some watermelon slices and that. Okay. Okay. I could do that. It's not the. It's not the Cecilia buffet, but there we go. Fluffy, where are we gonna sit? Let's go grab a table. I'm gonna sit right here. Everyone's gonna be kind of loud. Yeah, I think probably over there. Let's go grab a table. So, let's go sit over here, guys. Where, Fluffy? Here's the 5 minutes sit down. She's gonna stare at this table. I go there. She's gonna bring it over here.
Said you went to church.
Yes. So, let's go over here really quickly. Give me 1 second, guys. Give me 1 second. I will charge this while we wait. Get yours, Fluffy. Here we go. I'm gonna get my first plate. I'm gonna get some eggs. I need a bigger plate. I thought I seen. Didn't I see some rice? Yes, I did see some rice. Here we go. So, Asian buffet. Of course, you gotta have some rice. That's your base. There we go. Let's see what we have. This looks good. What if I just went like this, like, oh yeah, that's good. Put a little bit of that, and let's. Very fluffy. Grab some of this beef. on. You guys know I'm not a noodle guy, but I'll try some noodles for you. And some chicken wings. I don't understand what you're saying, Alessandro. You got a couple of these. This is a sausage. You guys know I'm not a fan of mini sausages. I'll try one. I'll try a chicken wing. Yeah, I'll try two. I'll try 2 chicken wings. But they gotta be the flats. They gotta be the flat ones. Why the fuck? This guy didn't shut this. Makes me look like a bad guy. I'm the one that opened it. And then as soon as he gets it, he just walks away. Oh. So I think... Oh, I'm going to get an egg, too, and some bread. What do you guys think? No, well, that's the thing. I opened it up. I got my portion. And then the guy, as soon as I was there, I was like, okay. And I put down the spoon, and he grabbed it as soon as I put it down. And then instantly, when he was done, he just walked away. It's like, oh, I didn't open it, so I ain't going to close it. What a bozo. So this is big enough for an egg. I'm going to get an egg. Let's see. Oh, that might show me, too. Can I get egg? 5 eggs. I'm gonna get my juice. I got some juice. And I'll probably get some watermelon and some bread. Where are the cups? Fluffy. Never mind, I see it. I was gonna ask, where's the cups? But we'll grab some watermelon juice. I don't like hard boiled. There's only 2 kinds of eggs that I eat: scrambled or fried. So there's no bacon, there's no pancakes, there's nothing crazy and fancy. I was told, yes, there's just a Asian style buffet, which luckily I had enough couple things to get for me. And I will get my chilies. No, but remember, Mitzi, like I said, it's an Asian buffet. There's not much, there's no pancakes, no sausage, no potatoes, no cereal. It's basically noodles, lots of soup. There is eggs, luckily. There is juice. And then rice, of course. And then I got like a beef stew or something. But Fluffy, wait your turn.
Yeah.
There is eggs, no bacon though. Yeah, no bacon, but there is eggs. That's what we're gonna watch. That's what we're watching her make right now. And I guess you kind of do this. Alejandra, I can't read it, so just keep the messages. Ah, come on. Thank you. Come on. Fluffy, can you put a little bit of those on just on the side? Not really on the top, but on the side. Okay, that's good. I just need some bread now. So I managed to get enough of something. Not the greatest in the world, but okay. So here's what we got so far. She gave me 2 eggs. I only ordered 1, but that's okay. So there we go. And now let me just get some bread. Let me show you guys really quickly one more time. So there's your something. I don't know what that is. There's your regular rice. Fluffy's got her corn. Here's your chicken wings. Chicken wings. You get your noodles. And this is the beef stew. And I'll grab a piece of bread. And just, yeah, but so we've had breakfast buffets in Southeast Asia, and I think practically every single one had bacon. Bacon and some kind of Western option. So there's not even, I wouldn't say there's any Western option here unless you want to consider eggs. But there's no, absolutely no Western option. Not even cereal. I'm kind of surprised that they don't even have like a cereal option. I made it for breakfast. There we go. This will probably be a 2-plate buffet for me. Not too much stuff here. But we will try it out. Hopefully all this stuff right here will be good. Let me unplug the microphone. Let me turn this on. Turn the microphone on. What, Fluffy?
Salt or pepper?
I don't eat salt and pepper. So here we go, guys. This is plate number 1. Might go back for plate number 2. Definitely the review said it was an Asian style buffet, which it obviously is. You got your chicken wings. You got like a beef stew. I did get some noodles. I'm not a big noodle guy, but I said, okay, since there's not many options on here. Got your, I guess it's like a beef stew. What is that, Fluffy? A beef stew?
This one? Yeah.
Beef stew, okay.
Broccoli.
So a beef stew, and I did get some fried eggs and a little bit of bread and a watermelon juice. So we're gonna dig in. We're gonna try this out. That's the most important part, right? I got up at 6:45 for this. Fluffy told me, of course, this is Asia. It's gonna be full by the time we get down there at 7 o'clock. So it is pretty full. And we have one more day of the free buffet. So let me try it out. That's the most important part. Let me try it out. Why is it zooming in? You don't want it to zoom in. You want it to... What the hell? Give me 1 second, guys. Why is it doing that? Damn it. Hold on 1 second, guys. Why is it doing that?
This is because it's charging.
No. I'm trying to hit the tilt up. It's so weird. I'm trying to hit tilt up and now it just zooms in. It's not supposed to do that. So if you just hold that right there then, and then. Hold on, Sophie. Let me go into that first bite. I'm gonna try some of this beef stew. Let me grab a little bit of that beef. First bite of the breakfast buffet. Not bad. It's a little beefy. Some rice. So, not bad. Let me turn this on. I can let these two charge really quickly. Asian style breakfast is just Last night's leftovers.
No.
Leftovers? I don't think they serve any food here.
No.
So I don't know what it would be left over from. There's no orange juice, but there is watermelon juice.
I told you there's a recording in
Yeah, I seen the guy. He was just like, it's weird. I seen there's one Westerner, an older guy. Let's see if you guys can see him over here. But I noticed it. You know, something always brings your attention back. Every time I've seen like a Westerner, not just on this trip, but anytime I've seen a Westerner in the past few years in Southeast Asia, if they're out of place, they always have that weird look on their face. He was like this. And he was like, he wouldn't look at me. I was literally right here next to him. And he was just like, he was like shell shocked. He didn't know what to think. Butter? Did you see any butter, Fluffy?
No.
Yeah, we don't even have butter.
No butter.
I appreciate it, John. I'm trying to catch up now. Not catch the food, but I'm trying to catch up to the chat. Oh, let me log into the Wi-Fi so we don't kill our Wi-Fi before we go out. All the people that live in Nong that we know, they're probably still sleeping. You guys are missing the buffet. But let me try some of this. What would you say they're missing here, Fluffy? Not even from a luxury, but just from a standard, regular buffet, I'd say some cereal. They're definitely missing the cereal. I'm not even a fan of the cereal, but I would probably get cereal at this one. A pancake or a French toast, like one of those kind of options is missing. Orange juice is missing.
Only one juice.
Only one juice. They have milk, and they have milk, and they have a watermelon juice. What else, Fluffy? Sausage. No kind of sausage. Have that. Do you like it, Fluffy? Here's how I know when Fluffy doesn't like things. She goes like this. If I say, Fluffy, you like it? And she just goes, yeah, 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 yeah.
That's all right.
It's like a mouse. She like squeaks. What's the best part of this one, Fluffy? Besides being free?
The egg. And the noodles. And the french fries.
The egg.
All the carbs. I haven't tried everything yet. I haven't tried everything.
Hungarian? What is Hungarian? Yeah, it looks like he was giving the look.
Hungarian sausage.
Hungarian. He was giving me like the side eye, like, please don't talk to me. Please don't talk to me. Because I was going to look at him and I was going to give him one of these. If he looked at me, but he wouldn't. He was literally right here. And if he looked, I would be like this. But he was just like this. I don't know. She said she does, but when I say, Fluffy, is it good? She goes, eh, 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 eh.
Okay, next time I will say it's a 4.
No, usually if she likes, she goes, I like it, or she'll say, but she went like this, like a tire letting out some air. I will say I think the vegetables are a little undercooked, but it's okay. Like these are pretty hard still. Perky?
The coffee's good.
I think you guys like character. I realized last night when I was staring at the wall, well, when the video was staring at the wall and I was getting talkative, you guys love those kind of videos. You guys can't stand the freaking cat videos and the market videos, but if I just stare at the wall and I'm like, yeah, what are you guys talking about? What's going on? You guys love
No,
those kind.
that means that they love what you always talk about. They like it. Then you getting entertained. They want themselves getting entertained. Imagine, tell them how many people were chatting last night.
Well, so I don't know. I can't remember how many people usually chat on a regular live stream, but at the end, when I end it, it shows us our analytics. And I think usually it'll say like 350 conversations, which means it means like 350 individual messages were sent during the chat. So like 350. But last night it was like 1,650 or something. It was like 5 times the amount. And I was like, why is so many people damn commenting? She's like, I tried that sausage. I'm not a big fan of the sausage.
It's me too.
No, she admitted it. Yeah, we're gonna go to the beach. But I think we're gonna go to the beach after a nap unless Fluffy, we wanna go to the beach now and then come back and have a nap. I don't know which one yet. I am gonna say this. The weather says it's gonna be 95 degrees today. So it's gonna be extremely hot. Apparently, NY, everyone else liked it. So, Michael, you are the first breakfast troll of the night. Or the day, sorry. So, everybody, let's boo Michael. He's in his basement, and let's see how quick the coward deletes his message before he gets booted out. But we'll see. That's what I was kind of thinking, go before it gets hot, but I'm tired. But we'll see what Fluffy wants. If we go now, we would kill 2 birds with 1 stone because we would be able to go there before it gets hot. We would be able to swim, go do whatever. And then what we would do is we would come back about 10 or so, take a nap, wake up, and just have the rest of the day to do whatever. So we'll see. We'll see. Let's see. I asked Fluffy, I said, do you like it? And she did this. Oh, let me turn my mic on. Give me 1 second, guys. Killing 2 birds with 1 stone. I said, Fluffy, do you like it? She went,
Yeah.
I don't know why she just says, not really, or when she goes, that means she doesn't like it. She went,
At least tomorrow, I'll have an idea what they have.
Tomorrow will be our last day. Tomorrow will be a breakfast buffet on the run because our train leaves at 7:25 and the buffet opens up at 6:30, which means we're only going to have about a 20-minute, like a 15 or 20-minute gap. So we'll know kind of what we're going to grab. I did hear it does change every day though. So we'll see. How are the chicken wings, Fluffy?
It's tender.
You know what though? I will say these chicken wings taste a lot different than any other ones we've had before. They have like a crunchier skin and like maybe a sweeter, like a little bit sweet. What's up, David? This chicken wing's for you. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised, Fluffy. No butter.
Yeah.
No butter.
I remember like they don't really use butter in the cart.
Where?
tart. They have banh bread.
Breakfast chicken. Yeah, this is so weird for Americans. The first time I realized, like, why are they eating this stuff was when I was in China. I said, oh, buffet, okay. And I went downstairs to the Chinese buffet in Chongqing. And I was like, chicken, chicken, chicken. And I was like, chicken? I was like, it's freaking 7 in the morning. Who eats chicken at 7 in the morning? Chicken's like dinner, like maybe lunch. I'm like, where's the breakfast? I'm like, no, no, no. Asians eat. They don't have a sweet meal. They don't have cereal and pancakes. And I'm like, what do they eat for breakfast? They're like, oh, chicken and rice. And I'm like, so they just have like 3 meals of dinner. I'm like, yeah, mostly they just eat like 3 different kinds of dinner meals. I'm like, huh. 8:32. It's only 8 something. No, no. It's 7:30. And it seems kind of weird because like Americans, we're like, okay, usually Americans will eat a sweeter or heavier, like a pancake, eggs, hash browns, and then we'll eat like a sandwich for lunch, and then we'll eat like chicken breast or a steak for dinner, so something like that. But here it's just like, hey, you eat the same stuff. You eat some kind of chicken, some kind of protein, and then you load it up with rice or noodles, and you do that 3 times a day. Yeah, dessert, that's what's crazy. But I would definitely say Americans eat like 3 distinctly different types of meals. Like the morning is kind of the sweet meal, the lunch is kind of a sandwich or something kind of like different like that, and then the dinner is kind of like your bigger meal. That's kind of like your heavier meal. Seems like wait, hold on 1 second. Oh, that's weird. Usually, even if a super chat doesn't go through, usually up here it'll show a price. But I don't know. I don't know. Let me take no. I don't know. I would think that you didn't. No, I didn't get any super chat, so I don't think he was charged. But I don't know. Maybe it'll pop up in a minute or something. I'm not sure. I don't think you were charged, but I'm not sure. Because I have had times where people would send a super chat and the box wouldn't show up, but up here it would show the amount. But I'm not sure. If it didn't and you got charged, okay. If you got charged, I would probably contact Google, but if not, when we log out, it would show it for me. And I'll let you know if you pop in on the next one. That's weird. But thumbs up, buddy. If it went through, it did. If it didn't, I'm not sure. Yeah, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. So I don't even know what I'm going to get for the second plate. I guess I'm just kind of going for the filling me up till lunchtime type of thing. What do you get? Oh no. Fluffy got the mystery meat. This is the stuff I never eat. That's the stuff that they love to put on the banh mi's. I got 2 freaking eggs already.
What's this?
So I'm like, what am I gonna do? Get 4 eggs? But guys, look, I did get my peppers. Fluffy, what is that?
The one I ate that yesterday.
Fluffy always finds something to eat. She'll never say like, oh, I can't eat nothing here.
No. That's not me.
Yeah, Fluffy will If they just had bacon, I would be perfect. I'd be like, hey man, I'll just eat some bacon and some eggs.
This is good for fried rice soy.
I don't think I'll get the stew on the second round.
Yeah.
I think I'll get some eggs. I think I might get one more egg, not two. I don't need two. And then I'll get one more egg and some rice. I'll just get some eggs and some rice. Look at that. It's like a McMuffin. Fluffy McMuffin. What, Fluffy? Which one did you eat? What is that?
Noodles with like onion, fried onions, and then it's good with the sauce.
Yeah, I'm very surprised that they didn't even dip the bread. I'm very surprised that they don't have bacon. That is kind of surprising to me. Why do you think they don't have bacon, Fluffy? Or even, what's the, like the pork belly? I'm very, very surprised on that one. Why do you think they don't have it, Fluffy?
Maybe some other days.
Some other days?
This is a good sauce.
Holy Inca, what's up? We are having the breakfast buffet. Very Asian style. No bacon. That ain't breakfast. I know, I know, I know, I know. But we did see the only Western person in town besides me. We are in Tuy Hoa, Vietnam.
Oh, you know what I like about the buffet?
I don't even know what I would say my favorite item here. I guess I would say I'd either say
This
that
is good too. I know you don't eat it, but it's good.
I would say my favorite item here is either the eggs or the chicken wings. We're in Tuy Hoa, Vietnam. So many people have the corn.
Well, is the camera on?
Where do you want it to be?
I don't know. On the wall, and you start talking.
And also, if you didn't get any juice. Shockingly, the watermelon juice is not really watermelon-y.
It's not.
I'm assuming it's watermelon, but there's some kind of flavor about it. Is that watermelon juice?
More like guava. It
Yeah.
says they're watermelon.
It looks like watermelon, but it doesn't taste like watermelon.
It just says they're watermelon.
But I'm saying it doesn't taste like watermelon. That's the thing. It's like watermelon with a new age twist. Corn in Asia is breakfast and train food? Yeah, I don't understand that. I don't understand. It's just so weird. Like, corn is a side dish for dinner. I don't know anybody in USA that eats corn anytime before 12 or practically no one before 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And you know what else I'll say about the corn? So in USA, what do we do with corn? We grill it, we steam it, right? And then we put butter on it. In Asia, they just steam it and put absolutely nothing on the corn. There's no butter or nothing. It's like, what are you doing? Just chewing on a raw piece of freaking corn?
Steamed corn.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. It'll fill you up. There's nothing spectacular about this buffet, but it will fill you up. I got rice. I got a little bit of beef stew. And actually, these wings are not that bad. They're kind of crispy and they have like a sweet flavor to it.
Yeah.
Tweed Wah. If you eat your breakfast, banh mi meat. I am kind of surprised that they don't have any orange juice. You would think. There's some stuff in Asia that they always love to have, like a Western thing. Like I always see orange juice at buffets. I always see bread. I always see bacon. This is like the only one that I've never seen bacon or orange juice. How many buffets do you, Sophie, how many buffets out here do you see that don't have bacon or orange juice? I think those are usually pretty common. This is like the only place that I've never seen it.
First time I've experienced Asian buffet.
Cecilia.
Or that's regular spread.
But every buffet that I've ever been to has been like that.
No bacon?
No. Like this, I've never seen. Hot sauce, cheese.
Yeah.
Pressure cooked corn on the cob is the best. It helps to begin. So I will fight with that. My favorite corn is barbecued corn, but where you leave it in the husk. So you soak the husk in water for about 30 or 40 minutes, and then you cook it on the barbecue in the husk so it steams. So when you take it out, it's like sweet, like it breaks down the natural sugars. And I don't even put butter on that kind of corn. Like if I boiled corn, I'd put butter on it. But if I barbecue it in the husk, I will definitely not put butter on it. Wow, Fluffy got milk. I haven't even had milk in Asia this whole 12, 13 months. You didn't get that much though, Fluffy.
I just want to taste it.
It's sheep milk.
Huh?
Sheep milk.
No. Do you want to taste it?
Nope. I'm not a big fan of milk in the first place, but I'm definitely not a big fan of milk from Asia.
No, this is sweet milk. Try it.
Sweet.
It is.
Why is it sweet? So see, another point of mine. The stuff that doesn't need sweets in Vietnam, they sweeten. The stuff that needs sweets, they go extra light sweet. Why would you sweeten breakfast milk? I don't even. So if I barbecue the corn in the husk, I realize you don't even need to put butter on it because it's so sweet from being steamed in the husk, and I guess it breaks down the corn's natural sugars. Because remember, a lot of people in USA, not a lot of people in USA, but USA makes corn syrup. Corn syrup is from corn. I mean, there's a lot of sweetness in it.
Oh.
Tamales or tortillas? I love tortillas. Tamales, I do like them, but it's a hit or miss for me because there's sometimes where I'll get tamales and they're very dry, and there'll be like a little bit of inside. Like if you get a real good tamale that's not very dry and has a good portion of inside filling, then it's good. But I love homemade
More
food.
egg?
I don't know. No, I don't want your recycled egg.
No.
If I get an egg, I'm gonna get an egg my own.
This is with pepper.
I'm at a buffet and Fluffy wants to give me her 15-minute-old egg sitting on a plate. No. And then if I took her, she would come back over with a brand new hot egg.
No, I'm not. It's just that I'm full.
Fluffy, you're gonna eat your dinner.
Dinner, this is not dinner.
This is your dinner. This is all we're getting all day. We're not eating nothing else. That's like what Mama Grandma would say. You better eat it now, or else you're not getting nothing later. We're not cooking at home.
Really?
You better eat it now.
What if you're not hungry? What would Grandma do?
Actually, I didn't really. My grandma never really cooked so much. There was a few things that she would cook, but usually when I'd go stay with my grandma, we'd go out to dinner. Ask her about Filipino tamales.
Oh yeah. What about it?
Yeah, what about it?
Coffee, the texture that I more Filipino tamales is more like coconut base.
How are tamales coconut? What the
I
hell?
don't know. It's coconut milk base.
Should we get new fork and spoon?
No. Oh, you can.
Or should
It's just there at the counter. You can just place it.
I'm gonna go back for one more plate, guys. I think I'm gonna get an egg. I'm gonna get some rice and some chicken wings. Maybe I'll grab some watermelon actually. I thought this was watermelon juice. I was like, okay, cool. I'll load up on some watermelon juice, but I think it is guava. I think it's something
It
else.
tastes like guava, but I saw it's watermelon. It has.
It's definitely not any watermelon juice that you guys tasted before. Are you getting a second plate, Fluffy?
Yeah, I'm getting fried rice.
That's fried rice?
Huh?
That's fried rice?
So what?
The one that's up there that I got?
Yeah.
It looked like white rice to me. I don't know what I'm gonna get. I guess some
Get
rice.
fried rice, and then I got you soy.
Wow, Fluffy got me soy. Do they use coconut flour? I don't know.
Ah, no, rice flour, but they mix coconut milk on it.
What's up, flour? Speaking of flour,
Hey,
there's
flour.
flour. Fluffy, drink your milk.
Oh, try it.
If this is not sweet, I'm gonna be very mad. Because here's it. It's not like regular milk, it's sweet. This is okay. I'm gonna tell you this. It's not regular milk, meaning it's not like from cows or anything. It's like a almond soy sweetened milk. It's a fake. It's a fake milk. It's fake. Yeah, what's up with that? They don't even have a real milk. That's weird. I'm eating fried rice. Fluffy calls this fried rice, but to me, fried rice is that yellowy. Oh, maybe that's what I'm gonna eat for. I ate so much rice today. I was gonna say maybe I'll get the fried rice, but that'll be rice. I'm gonna,
Rice on. Also, you're not gonna get rice.
I'm gonna get rice here, but I'll probably pass on rice for lunch. Ton of
You're
coconut.
still gonna have lunch?
I am. Fluffy, it's only $7.50 right now.
I think I'm gonna skip lunch.
Okay, saves on the budget.
I'll skip lunch.
I'll get something. I'll get something for lunch. Even a banh mi or something about 3 o'clock or 2 o'clock or something. Because I'm gonna go do some laps in the pool.
If I eat lunch, I don't think I'll eat dinner.
Wow, my budget's gonna be nice today.
I'll just have one meal.
Wow. Breakfast fried rice shouldn't have any heavy sauces. So the only thing was I wanted to try that soup. That's the stew, with the beef with the potatoes and the sauce. So for me, when I eat rice, I gotta put some kind of sauce on it. I can't just eat dry, plain rice. I don't know how people do that. To me, it's like prison food. It's like you can't just be like, hey, yeah, I'm gonna have a dry ass piece of rice. I guess I'm gonna grab one more plate, Fluffy. I'm gonna show it to you guys one more time for all the people that are slow. I'm not sure what that is. I know Fluffy would know that. This is the fried rice that I'm gonna get. Here's Fluffy's corn. These are actually not bad. These are actually not bad. The chicken wings. And this is some noodles. You know what? I'll grab some noodles. The noodles are just like instant ramen noodles. And then there is some watermelon. And then this was that beef soup. So I'm gonna grab some more of that rice. I don't think I'm gonna get another egg. I had too many eggs so far. I had two. I'm not like, so you know, Philip. Philip gets like 4 eggs at breakfast. I was like, Philip, you need 4 eggs? Yeah, sometimes if I'm not that hungry, I just get three. And I'm like, damn, 3 eggs? I think we might go to the beach after this. I don't know. Look, he's over here to the right. So when I turn around, look to the far right. He has white hair. Here's the bread, but remember, no butter here. I don't even know why I grabbed bread. I'm gonna give that to Fluffy. I don't need any bread. I was thinking I was getting an egg, but I'm not gonna get. I know what I'm gonna do. I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get them to make me one more egg, and I'll mix my egg into my rice. I'll give Fluffy. I'll donate my bread to Fluffy. Where the hell is this thing at? I've been sitting here for like a minute, sitting back. Let me give Fluffy. Fluffy, take my bread. I forgot I don't need bread and I grabbed it. I'm gonna grab, the egg lady just left. Let's see. If she doesn't come back, I'm going to, I don't know which one this one is. What is that one? Just one. One. I wish I did have some of that chicken curry. So I'm not sure what this is. That one looks like coffee. What is this one? Oh, this is tea. Tea and coffee. You know what? Maybe what I should do, I would try a iced coffee. Since you guys know I don't drink coffee, but it's free at the buffet. Maybe I'll get an iced coffee. Since it is free and I'm not I think this would be my first. This would be my first. Yeah, this would be my first, no. My second iced coffee in Vietnam. But, oh yeah, maybe I'll get that. What is this over here? That's the condensed? Yeah, I think I'm going to get one of those. I'm going to go wild today at the buffet. I'm not a fan of coffee. Like any of you guys that watch my channel for a while, I've had maybe 6 or 7 coffees in the past 10 plus years, and 3 of them have been this year in Vietnam. So basically, if you take out this year, I probably had like 3 coffees in the past 10 plus years. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of bitter tasting stuff like dark chocolate, vinegar, coffee, beer. I'm not a fan of it at all. So that's kind of the crazy part. But since it is free, they do have some condensed milk. They have a coffee. And I'm doing a live stream. Maybe, you know what? Maybe I'll go wild and try it out. Look at Fluffy over there. Watch it. I'm going to come back and get the iced coffee. She's going to go, wow. I bet you exactly she'll go, wow, you got coffee. And I'll say, yeah, I'm a changed man. So I'm glad of two things. One, here's the two reasons why I'm glad I don't drink coffee. One, because obviously it saves me money. Two, I know so many people, friends and family, that are like freaking maniacs. Like when they wake up, they're like, I have to have my coffee. Do not talk to me until I have my coffee. Like they are nuts. And I'm like, geez, Louise, if I drink coffee, I cannot be like that. But they're like, do not talk to me. We cannot do anything until I have my coffee. I'm like, yikes, that's crazy. Come on. Let me grab some of my peppers. And then I felt like I was gonna get something else. What was I gonna get? I guess that's it. I guess. Oh, add a little bit of this. You guys know I like my. I'll put a little bit of that sauce on there. Some watermelon. Got some rice. Watch, I'm gonna come back over there and Fluffy's gonna say, "What? You got coffee?"
Grab your soy already.
I didn't grab any soy.
Oh, what did you grab?
Where?
Oh, chilies.
Yeah, chilies. I'm gonna grab one more thing, Fluffy. Watch this.
Are you not gonna eat this?
No, I gave that to you because I don't need bread. I grabbed the bread thinking I was gonna get an egg for the side, and I said, you know what? Here we go, guys. You guys are witnessing almost history because I never get this. But let's do this really quickly. Watch, Fluffy's gonna go crazy when she sees me have this. I don't know how much coffee I'm supposed to add. Is this the end or is it coming out? Let's see. I guess I'm not gonna have much coffee. It's literally drizzling. But let's see. I guess that much? Is that good? I want to give it a fair shake. Now watch. What I'll do is I'll pour a little bit of this condensed into it. Sorry, guys. It won't come out. There it goes. Hold on. Just drizzling. It's like leaking. Nothing's coming out. Here, screw it. If it's good, it's good. But I need to mix it. There we go. It didn't even get lighter. I thought the condenser was supposed to make it lighter. Let me stir it and then let me put some ice. Let me put some ice in it. Give it a little stir to mix that ice in. Watch. Let's see what Fluffy says when I get this.
What's that? Iced tea? Is that coffee? Huh?
Fluffy, I got a coffee.
Wow. They have good coffee.
I'm resisting commenting on the texture. Oh, that's what I should put. Let me go put a little bit of that milk in it.
Here's a little bit of...
I added a little bit of that sweet milk that Fluffy. Imagine coming to a buffet and Fluffy trying to give me her 15-minute-old egg. Like, hey, here's an egg. They have an egg station up there, but use my recycle runner. Hey, I drank almost all my cup of milk. Use this. Like, no, Fluffy, it's a buffet. I'm gonna get my fresh one. He needs a strong. I added a little bit of that type of milk. Let's see. I have no clue how that's gonna be.
If you put condensed, it doesn't seem like that.
I didn't. It was trickling out very, very slow. It looked like I was putting a lot of Fluffy. I got a little spoon. There we go. I would use a lot more milk.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Try it and then I'll get you condensed.
Let me try it. You guys are saying. Let me. This one kind of needs a camera for it. Give me 1 second. I gotta shoot this once in a lifetime rare occasion of me drinking coffee. Damn, I can't figure out why it's not doing that. For some reason, I accidentally switched that setting. Because this is a Zoom. It's not supposed to be a Zoom. It's supposed to be a can. It's okay, Fluffy. It's okay. So here's a rare occasion. Hold on. Guys, this is a rare occasion. Any one of you guys knows I do not drink coffee, but there is a breakfast buffet, and I had a little bit of courage coming in here, trying a lot of this stuff. So I'm gonna try an iced coffee. You guys say, hey man, when you're in Vietnam, you gotta drink the coffee. I'm gonna try it out. This is probably my third or fourth coffee that I've had in 10 plus years. Let's try it. Wow, that's all I can say.
You need more.
It's like rocket fuel. It's like freaking coffee on steroids. That might be enough. This stuff is extremely. This is like rocket fuel, dude.
You want more condensed?
I want to show you guys. Look at this.
Can I try?
I want to know because Fluffy drinks coffee, but for me, that's insane.
Eh? Why did you put soy milk?
I just put a little dribble. What's up,
You
Matt?
want condensed?
I think I need something, but the condense is not going to take away the bitterness. Oh, the Asians, they left quick. They eat and they run. They do a drive-by eating. Probably also because they're not vlogging and doing a live stream also. But look at how much noticeably quiet it is. What time is it? It is 8 o'clock.
A better one?
No, Fluffy. Fluffy, I don't think you're supposed to bring that over here. Fluffy brought this whole thing over there instead of bringing the cup. Okay, that's good, Fluffy. That's good. You're trying to give me sugar beaties.
Sugar beans. You put soy.
I would, so this is how much I don't know about coffee. I was going to load the whole cup up with the coffee. I'm glad I didn't. It was coming out very, very slow, right? And I was like, damn, this damn coffee's coming out slow. Like, if I go get juice, I load it all the way up to the top, right? This one, I was like, damn, this stuff is coming out so slow. And I was going to just let it keep running and fill it up to I was going to let the coffee fill up to right here. But I only let it fill up to here, and I was like, screw it. It ain't coming out fast enough. But I don't know coffee, man. Like I said, you guys think I'm lying, but I don't drink coffee. I don't know how you guys do this, man. It's insane. Or at least if you drink it, how do you not go wow? Ooh, that one looks like watermelon. Yours is so much more red.
But it's guava.
It is?
Yeah. Taste it.
I don't know how you guys don't make a reaction every time you drink coffee. It's so intense.
I just got that again.
Yeah, that's definitely, definitely not watermelon juice.
Watermelon, is it?
I said it's definitely not watermelon juice. So this is my little fried rice. I don't know. That's the other thing. For one, I don't drink coffee, but the other thing is I don't know how you guys just drink regular black coffee. That's like John Wayne style. It's like, yeah, man, just give me some of that stuff that's real bitter. Don't put a single drop of anything else to make it better. Like, at least me, I had to put some of that condensed in, but I could not just be like, yeah, give me that bitter coffee all by itself, and that's it. And see, that's what I was telling you guys. I'm so glad that I'm not a coffee fan. It's like I'm not joking when, like, there's some people I know, and they're like, if I don't get my coffee, I am not the same person. I'm a monster. And I'm like, Jesus Christ. They wake up and they're just like, do not speak to me, do not look at me until I have coffee. I'm like, my God. I'm just so glad that there's nothing in life, especially a food or a drink, that I'm like, hey man, until I get this orange juice in my system, do not even think about Bob. Until I get this tang in my system, until I get this egg into my system, do not speak to me. There's no other liquid or food that's like that. No one ever says like, hey man, do not speak to me till I get some of this Bonet in my system. Why is it coffee like that?
Ask Dale, he's like that.
Yeah, some of you guys are nuts.
I need my daily coffee.
But just think about it. Substitute the word coffee in that sentence, right? So instead of saying coffee, use any other food or drink. Because I know people, no joke, you guys think I'm exaggerating, but I know relatives and friends that are like, hey man, I'm not myself without coffee. Like, if they get up extra early, they're like, don't bother me, don't speak to me until I have my coffee.
It's just their way of saying, I don't.
No, these people are no joke, because if I say like, hey, can you come over here and do that? Do not talk to me. I'm serious. But I'm like,
Is Jamie like that?
No, he doesn't drink coffee.
Oh, really?
Not that I know of.
It automatically.
I know, Fluffy. But substitute coffee with anything else, like Bonet. Like, hey guys, do not speak to me until I get my Bonet. Hey guys, don't speak to me until I've had my Coke. Don't speak to me until I've had my Mirinda.
Jimmy doesn't drink coffee. That's unusual for Asian.
Huh.
Really?
But remember, Fluffy, he's very American.
I mean, he still have Filipino
Yeah, but
parents.
anything about him, I think it's just like he's that because a family was born there and stuff. But anything he's interested in, he's an American. He's born and raised here, so he's just like a regular American. I think look at how it's like two-tone. Coke in the morning? Jesus Christ. There, we're gonna try some more. We're gonna go back in for a second dose. I don't know how you guys do it. I honestly don't.
You did not mix it. Remember, I put more.
I did mix it when you left. But it's like, it's very bitter. And you know what this tastes like? Remember during Christmas time? During Christmas time, they have those chocolates and they're filled with liquor. Coffee tastes very similar to liquor to me, meaning it has that bitter aftertaste. I hate bitter stuff. I hate bitter stuff. I'm not a fan of bitter. I don't like vinegar. I don't like dark chocolate. I don't like beer. That lingering bitter aftertaste. I do not like that.
You were asking me
To
yesterday.
drink it all of this once. They said it would be so fun to watch if you drink all of it just this once.
You were asking me who stays in this hotel.
What if I chugged that whole thing? If I chugged that whole thing, I'd be like Fluffy that day when she had like 3 coffees. And then we went to bed. She's like, I think my heart's going to jump out of my chest. And like, she's like, hold on, I got to get out of bed. I think I'm having a heart attack. And I was like, Fluffy, what the hell? And she was like, I'm having a heart attack. I drank 3 coffees. Like, she was going crazy. So,
I didn't say I'm having a heart attack. I
mm-hmm.
said I can't feel my heart pumping.
And then you're like, I got to get out of bed. And I was like, what the hell? It was like 2 in the morning. So I used to drink alcohol. I stopped like, I don't know, 8 years ago. But even when I drink alcohol, I did not like the taste. That's another thing. I don't know how you guys drink alcohol and actually like the taste. So when I drank to get a buzz. I didn't drink because like, wow, this vodka tastes so good. I was like, no. I would take a shot, and then as soon as I'm swallowing the vodka or the whatever shot I was doing, I'd have some juice or something. I'd wash it down. But you guys that drink straight black coffee are the brother of the people that drink straight alcohol with nothing. You guys are some apocalyptic people that can survive at the end of the world because I, so put it this way, I used to drink a lot of alcohol, a lot, right? But I could not ever, I could probably do 15, 20 shots in a good night, right? But I could not do a single shot and drink the shot and just not take a drink of juice or anything after that. I couldn't do that. I would gag, I would probably throw up. So I liked it because of the buzz, but I could not drink. I couldn't just like some of those guys like have like a big cup of liquor with like an ice cube and they sip on it. I'm just like, you guys are nuts. I never liked the taste of beer. Even when I drank, I could only drink clear, hard alcohol. I could not drink beer. I couldn't do that. You think of living there long term? This city? No, no. I couldn't do this city long term. There's just so much. I'm not going to say there's anything bad that stands out about here, but there's nothing. What's that word? I'm not going to say accommodating, but there's nothing enticing to me about this city.
I forgot to grab one.
I think Fluffy likes this city though.
Yeah.
I still rank Dong Hoi higher for sure. Dong Hoi and Wien Yan, I like much better. Much better. I think the only thing that really stands out, probably here to Wien Yan or Dong Hoi, is I think maybe the people might be friendlier out and about. And I really like that park that we went to last night. But I wouldn't live here just because of the people in the park though. Yeah, the taste never. You know what I always tell people? When I drink beer, it tasted like if you went to the lake and went camping that night, right? And like you jumped in the water and you accidentally swallowed some camping water. That's exactly what beer tasted like to me.
You were asking me who are the people who stays in this hotel.
Hmm.
I realize it's like more of people who attends conference or like sent
Maybe
by
business
the,
workers.
yeah, it's more of a business hotel.
But why? What kind of business?
Corporate or like someone they would need training for something.
Hmm. No, so I think we haven't made up our mind, but I think what we're gonna do. So remember, we're not gonna take a train back from Danong straight. We're not gonna take a train back from Nha Trang to Danong. It's too long. It's like a 10-hour train. So what the plan is to stop back either in this city for the night or in Wien Yan, and then wake up the next morning and go from a smaller train distance. At this point, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be Wien Yan. I'm pretty sure.
Really?
Yeah, what else would we do here? I mean, we're gonna spend more money at whatever hotel we stay at here, and we've seen the 2 best hotels on Agoda that I've seen, and I wasn't impressed on either one of them. In in Wien Yan, we can go to the $5 a night hotel, be right near the food place, go to the beach, and go eat at the meat place restaurant again. And that would cost us half the price and be more exciting to me. The beach looks pretty good, at least on the pictures. We're gonna go to the beach very, very soon. I think we should go as soon as possible because when I looked on the weather, it said it's gonna be 95 degrees today. Like, it hasn't been 95 degrees in Danang since we've been here in the past year. I don't think it's been 95 degrees. What is 95 degrees in Celsius so I can tell Fluffy?
Maybe
I bet it's like,
35.
I think it's higher than that. I think it's probably like 38, 39. It's 35? I thought it was like 38.
35. Maybe 35, 38. I think.
I need something to drink.
This one is good. They have water.
That guava has like a weird aftertaste to me. I need something to drink. Anxious to get home? I'm not really anxious. Can you grab me more, Fluffy? Oh, that's why. See? This would never fly in the USA. They would never allow a customer to reach their hand anywhere. No. So tell me this would happen in the USA. Out here, it's like everyone's just like free for all. Like, yeah, at the 10th customer, you guys got to open it up and do it yourself. And
I know.
the hand that you just sneezed in, put in there, like, no. They would never let you do that in the USA. They would have someone. This is where the security guard would come in handy. The security guard, instead of sitting there staring at your scooter, the security guard should be coming in here and mixing that. Like, that's the usefulness. Because you guys know my opinion on way too many security guards in Asia that just get hired to be Walmart greeters. 32. I'm not really anxious to get home. I know what we have in Danang. Fluffy's gonna leave, so I'm probably gonna be in the house a little more. And I'm kind of interested to see Nha Trang. I think a lot of you guys keep talking about wanting to see Nha Trang. I'm curious to see Nha Trang too. I already knew what Wien Yan was like because we've been there. This city, I honestly thought I was gonna like this city a lot more. I thought it was gonna be a bigger hidden gem. This city is it's not bad. It's just not great. It's just, I passed by the city. That's how I think of it. So I think I'm gonna like Nha Trang. We have 3 days of breakfast buffet in Nha Trang, Fluffy. So we had a breakfast buffet today. We have a breakfast buffet tomorrow, right before we get on the train. It's probably going to be the same stuff, 80%. And then, supposedly, we're going to a nice hotel.
Is it Asian style buffet too?
I don't remember. I'm going to have to look tonight and see if it's Asian style. But it's in the European zone, and it's at a international hotel. So I feel like it's going to have better options. I bet you. I don't know if it's international, but they said a lot of international people stay there. It's not just Asians that will stay there. Because we're in the European zone in Nha Trang. It's not really geared towards a lot of Asians. So I think there will be bacon at least. And I think there'll be orange juice. I think that one will be better, actually. And you know what? That place is cheaper than this one. It's like 40% cheaper. Plus we get a balcony. Like, this city is just overpriced. It's very overpriced for what we get. This place is...
Maybe because they get a lot of the corporate.
So, this is the thing. I always try to figure out why stuff is expensive. Like, I'm a value guy. Remember, guys, hey, I'd rather stay at the $5, $9 place and get much better value. But there's no value in this city. Like, what we had last night... Fluffy, last night, our pork chop and your thing was 90,000. Fluffy... 90,000? That's insane. 90,000 for what we got. Now I'm not saying 90,000 is crazy, but I got a pork chop and she got a single piece of chicken, and that was 90,000. For example, when we go get Bonet and she gets that nice big thing of fried rice, it's like 70. When we go to George Costanza and she gets her big hot pot, and I get the beef with rice and eggs, it's 60. It's 60. That microwaved pork chop and rice with an egg, and her one single piece of chicken drumstick with rice was 90,000. That's crazy.
I
So
like
I'm
my
not.
corn,
I'm
corn, corn, corn. I like my
Fluffy.
corn,
You've had two
corn.
corns in a row.
Three.
No, but yesterday.
Oh yeah, corn, corn.
So I'm not gonna say. So there's nothing distinctly here that's like I hate it. It's just a very basic, regular city, not catered to tourists. There's not really much stuff for tourists to do, right? And then it's not cheap. So you don't come here and go like, you don't get any Western things, but it saves you in your wallet. You do not save money here. Um, there's not really anything tourist friendly, and things close early. Last night, everything. We went to Mix U at 9:45 to get ice cream. Mix U is just a straight ice cream place. It's open. We go in there. We say, "Hey, can we get some ice cream?" Sorry, no ice cream, just water. It's like, wait a second. It's 9:40. We still got 20 minutes. Well, really, what happened is I don't think the lady wanted to either make a new batch, or she just didn't want to ring us up. So she told us that because it's
She
still
was
20
like,
minutes before.
I feel like
Everything was shutting their place down at 10.
9:30 she was already cleaning, and like
Yeah.
quarter when we arrived there, I think she was ready to go at 10
Yeah.
on the dot.
Yeah. And that's how this city is. Very, hey, everything closes at 10. We're going to roll up the sidewalks. We're going to turn off the lights and we're going home. That's it. See you tomorrow. Like that's why this city is just it's not catered towards tourists. I think that drink of coffee got to you. Microwave meat. So to be fair, it wasn't microwaved, but what we did is we went down the street to go get a tea, and we told them, "Hey, we're gonna go get a Tra Talk down the street. We'll be right back." And I think what they did is they put it in the microwave to keep it warm, and then right when we got back, I think they turned it on to heat it back up. So to be fair, we probably should have got our drink first, came there, and then they would have served us. But what happened is they probably just thought, oh, they're going down the street. Instead of giving them a new piece or something, let's just keep it in the microwave, and when they come back, we'll just turn it on for a few seconds, and it'll be hot
That's
again.
why the meat was so tough.
That's why it was. I swear to God, that's the first pork chop I've ever tasted that tasted like beef jerky. And that was like my most expensive pork chop meal I've ever had.
More expensive than the
If we go,
the utban.
yeah, I spent 55, and if you would have got, so if you would have got the same pork chop meal that I would have got there, it would have been 105. So 10,000 cheaper, but I love the pork chop at that place. This place was edible. That's about as high as I can say. Sakara Resort. But we found out, so that city here, I'm gonna get into another quick rant about Mui Ne or Mui Ne. You know why I don't like that city already? I don't like that city. I've never been there. I don't know anything about it, but you know why I don't like that city? Because we found out that the train only goes there Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. I forgot who was the one that told us that. But remember, I kept looking for train tickets, and I was like, hey, people keep saying Mui Ne, Mui Ne. And I was like, okay. And I go, hey, man, they don't even have a train that goes there. And someone was like, no, no. I think it might have been Dark Brother. It was someone like that. And he was like, no, no, it's the Hamptons of Vietnam. They only go there on Fridays and Saturdays and Sundays, only train. It's like, that city is for the Vietnamese that go have money and they go there on the weekends. I'm like, why the hell do they have a train that only goes 3 days a week? So I already don't like that city just for that simple reason. Yeah, it seems like that's a very pretentious city. It's like you can only take the train there on Saturdays, Sundays, and Fridays. He's just said
Don't put the camera on.
he just said that You have to take an electric golf cart to get everywhere. Like it seems like it's like a Disneyland resort type of stuck up. Like we can only do this. Like I already don't like that city, but it's so weird because I hear a lot of YouTubers or Reddit people saying like, "Oh, you gotta try out Mui Ne, Mui Ne, Mui
Really?
Ne." Like I've been hearing that pop up a lot, but then it's just too much effort and too much work. It's too, it's too pretentious to me. I don't know. Some of you guys are gonna get mad about that. Good morning, Will. Suddenly, so many people? Where are so many people at? In here? You guys really want me to drink this, huh? Let me see. Well, the problem is, fam trip, we have to work around their schedule. I mean, I'm imagining it's not cheap. So that's already a downside. Second, we would have to only go on a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And we don't really like to travel for multiple reasons on a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday is usually more expensive. It usually has more people. So it's like,
May last.
oh, Fluffy's getting another one. So for me, it's too pretentious. It's too restricting. Like, hey, we can only take the train on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. That means if we get there on a Friday, we got to be out of there by Sunday. So it's like a quick, rushed, expensive. It's just not worth it to me. I get that, John. That's why I would like to go during the off peak season, like the off, like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Instead, now you got to get there on Friday and you got to be out of there by Sunday. And then guess what? Everyone else is doing the same thing. So it's crowded. You're getting weekend prices. So it's like I have a feeling Mui Ne is for the richer
I
Vietnamese
have to
and
search
for
that
the
place.
and for the
May.
expensive travel guys. It's not a budget city.
How do you spell it?
MUI, and the second one is NE. I think, remember,
Mune.
I think that's the city someone said it means, if it translates, it means like broken nose or crooked nose or something like that. But that's the problem. The only way for us to get there is
It's
the
better
train.
than cook. What's that?
I think it's a,
Coco.
I don't know. I would rather go to the expensive island, in my opinion, without knowing anything about either. I'd rather go to the island, even if they're the same amount of money. I'd rather go to the island, Fuqua, and spend the same amount of money there, and not be so restricted.
It's down na Nha Trang.
Yeah, but look at the hassle of getting there. And you could, Fluffy, we would have to get there at some time on a Friday and get the hell out of there by Sunday. So you're there for like one full day. They have it like that. Like you're gonna get a weekend expensive deal. You're gonna get a day and a half there, and it's gonna be like, hey, rush, rush, rush.
No, I like the sand. They have sand. What do you call that?
Sandwich.
Sandwich.
Yeah, but I don't want to go on a. Those are the most expensive days, and those are the most crowded days. I don't want to go on those days.
Looks like Maldives.
Look at this guava. It's like separating. I'm assuming it's real juice though, because
Yeah.
I don't
This
think processed juice would separate like that.
600,000 per night hotel.
To you, Sunday to Friday are least. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But we couldn't get there. We would take the train, and the train only runs Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, Stefan. So that's the problem. We're not going to fly in there from Danong. What we would do is we would take the train, but the train, unfortunately, only runs to that city. I've never heard of a train that only goes to cities on certain days, and it's only Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So we wouldn't be able to do it. Now let's say, oh, okay, we'll make a way to get there on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. It's like, okay, we'll fly there, which will cost us 5 times the amount of money. Like, then it defeats the whole point of a budget traveler going there for me. Fluffy, we're like the last people in here. Train in on Sunday. Stay Sunday, Monday. No, that's too expensive. Too expensive. That's. Did you just see what Fluffy said? 600,000 for one night. Like we're spending 200,000. That means we're spending double. Like our two-bedroom apartment is 450,000. A little small hotel there is 600,000. That's like $30.
Maybe we go honeymoon.
We can't stay. We can't stay in a city like that for 5 freaking days, unless you guys want to take out a loan for us to go stay in a.
Alone?
600,000 is crazy for a hotel. Yeah, it's just not. It's not reasonable. It's weird.
Would fam trip go there?
Huh, Fluffy?
Fam trip.
Yeah,
Is he gonna go there?
I don't know enough about fam trip, but I can see him. He's the kind of guy like, hey man, it's just money. Hey man, it's just money. You got to take your family out. Like, I get a lot
It's
of.
different, Fluffy. You have to understand that fam trip has a kid, and like, as a father, he wants to take his kid.
Well, my kids
everywhere, yeah.
better get used to budget lifestyle real
Well,
quick.
we're not getting.
My kids better get used to it. But I wouldn't. So remember, I'm not going to be like, kids, you guys can only get cup of noodles and a cup of water. I wouldn't be like that. But I'm like, guys, once a year we'll go splurge on something, but it's going to be smartly splurge. It's not like, hey, kids, everyone gets a cotton candy, everyone gets a popcorn, and you guys get to eat ribeye steak and only eat half of it. Like, no, I'm not going to be that type. I feel like maybe in my past life I grew up during the Depression or something. In my past life I went through the Great Depression or something.
No, like, no, I understand you. I think at a certain point, my dad is like that as well.
But at the
Like,
same time,
but
you
we
can't
would
spoil your
we,
kids because
but we
then they
would
don't know
do.
how to live when they get older because they just take money for granted. You got to teach your kids
True.
how important money is. You can't just be like, hey, mom and dad pay for my cell phone bill when I'm 32 years old. Like, you
But we
fail
don't
as
say
a
that.
parent like that.
Don't say that. They did pay for my bills.
That's very bad, Fluffy.
I know it's bad because, like I told you, like there was a time that my brother told me like, this is so hard. Like, I think he it was just like 3 years that he started working, and he was from away from home, and he was like, I wanted to get
It's
stay,
okay
but
for a girl. Come on.
I wanted to stay. He wanted to get to have rib eye, but he said, I don't want to spend money on rib eye.
Ha.
Why did I experience having rib eye by not knowing how much it cost? He was so upset that, like, I want to budget money but I cannot budget money.
It would be very interesting. I'm sure some of you guys grew up rich or wealthy. I've just never known anybody like that. In my opinion, growing up rich must have been so nice. Like when I think of rich and wealthy, I'm like, man, you guys had a maid. You guys got to just like order stuff and be like, yeah, I don't know how much it costs, but we just order it. Like I had a friend. He's not rich at all, but he made decent money, and he was a single guy, and there was no such thing as budget. Like I'm saying, he wasn't rich or nothing, but he was a single guy, and I was like,
What's this? Are you giving us?
sure. Um, but like he would go to the grocery store, and I was like, hey, he was like, oh man, I got this awesome steak, and like you know me, I'd be like, oh, how much did you pay? Like how much? He'd like, oh, it's on. I got a good deal. They were selling. I'd say, how much is it? And he'd go, I don't know. And I'm like, you didn't look at the cash register when you paid? He's like, no. I say, so you went to the grocery store, bought all your groceries, and you couldn't even give me a rough idea what you spent? No, I don't look. I just swipe my card. And I was like, my God. I was like, it could have been $500. He's like, I don't think it was, but maybe it could have been. I'm like, how do you guys live your life like that?
Is your brother like that? You think?
No, my brother makes decent money. My brother makes good money. Um, he will splurge, but at the same time, he still in his brain, he still has like, damn, that's that much, man. We can go get. Even my brother will be like, man, we can go get two super burritos for the price of that water. Like, my brother makes money. He makes good money, but he still understands that we came from nothing. So he understands the value of money. Even though he'll spend money, he still understands it. Where there's some people that just like, I don't know, that's fine. I guess that's about the going rate, I guess.
But do you think your your niece would be like experiencing or like he would she would know how to budget?
I think so because my brother has like a college fund set up. So like whenever she gets birthday money, he's like, hey guys, send it to this or send it to that, and then like she has like separate money that like goes for like if she wants toys, they put like a separate amount for that, and they put like some of it in the college. So I think she'll learn about like separating like different bills and stuff like that.
Oh wow.
I think. But I think for me, the biggest fear in life, and it's probably because I came up this way, but I came up, my parents didn't have much money. We weren't poor or homeless, but we definitely were a little step below like middle class. Like we couldn't just buy stuff and just be like, we'll put it on a credit card. I don't think my parents ever had a credit card till like they were probably 30 or 40 years old. So we didn't have money to be like, yeah, just go spend it. We'll figure it out later. We didn't go on family trips or nothing like that. But my biggest fear always was running out of money. Even when I was like 10, I was like, damn, man, I hope our family doesn't run out of money. And then we got to go down to the homeless shelter. Like, I don't think it was ever that close, but it always felt like that growing up. It was like, damn, we might, we might have to freaking, I might have to get a job at 9 years old being a security guard at a Denny's. Like, I thought that. I don't now. That's a kid's thinking, just like how kids are like, hey, mom, just pay for dinner on a check. Like kids just think if you have a check, it's just like free money. You just write a check and the money comes out.
Yeah, do not expose your kids, yeah, like learning or like seeing you take check or credit cards because it gets you. I mean, like, oh, maybe I should get credit card. That's what my parents do. It's not good.
It's not good. So, Fluffy, where'd you take my coffee?
Oh, it's here.
I put a poll. You guys said you guys wanted me to drink this. See? As soon as I said that, I guess I'm going to.
Oh my gosh, Will, don't chug it.
I'm gonna chug it. It's like alcohol.
And then you can have this after. Sophie, that's too much. I think because you're supposed to just put a little
Fluffy, I put like this much.
and then half and half of condensed. It's
I didn't
supposed
know
to be
that.
like
No one
that.
ever told me that. That's how much I don't know about coffee.
That's enough. You chaser it with this. Sophie, you drink it with this.
But there was no way I was going to be able to sip that till it was gone. I had to chug it.
Drink juice.
Wow, my head already feels like dizzy. I feel like I'm feeling like this, like, you know when you're drunk, you're like, Jesus Christ, I could not do that every day though. I couldn't drink that stuff. No way. I don't know how you guys drink that stuff. Congratulate. I don't think that's something to congratulate people about. Oh man, Steven, I appreciate it. Or Stefan, I'm sorry, I keep calling you Steven. Stefan. He says funds for the next coffee. Okay, well, I guess the next coffee is in about 7 years. Because I think I'm not even joking. That's more coffee that I've had probably maybe in years
I mean,
combined.
it's more than coffee than you order Bamboo Bob the egg coffee because the
I
the
get
cream
the
is
yeah, I like the
and
cream.
the coffee is what just like that.
Wow.
You're gargling juice.
I don't know how you guys do that. But I wanted to finish it because you guys voted on that, but there was no way I was going to be able to sip that. It's like a death by a million cuts. Like, I would have had to suffer through each one of those sips, so I just said, screw it. Let me just slam it down. My days of drinking, that's what I would do. Have a big, have a big thing. Yes, this is Fluffy.
You should, Fluffy. You should do a.
3 double espresso shots. I don't know
No,
how
you
much that
should
was.
do done a shorts.
No, but no joke. I filled
This
up
one.
this much with coffee. That much at least. It was at least
Yeah.
that. But I thought, I swear to God, I was so close. The only reason why I didn't fill it up more is when I thought the coffee was running out because I started doing it, and Fluffy, it's just barely trickling out.
Yeah.
And I was like if that would have came out faster, I would have filled it all the way up to here. I'm not
Yeah,
even joking.
when
I
you're
would have filled it up
drinking
that high.
Vietnamese coffee, it's just supposed to be this high.
If it would have came out faster, I would have filled the coffee all the way up to here. So, you guys never
You
told
wash
me
it
that.
with, should we go to the beach after?
Yeah, I
Or
might as well do that. I'm amped up now. I'm gonna be like Fluffy. I'm gonna say, I can't feel my heart.
you
I,
want
c-
more juice?
I can't feel my heart, Fluffy.
You wash it down with juice.
I had too much drinks. I had too much liquids already. I really feel like I have like a buzz or something though.
You have to drink this.
I'm coffee drunk.
Yeah, you
Fluffy,
wash
I don't
it
like
down.
that drink. I don't like that drink. Generic watermelon.
No, that's guava. Should we go?
Yeah, we're gonna go upstairs for a few. I'll keep it on the live stream, but I gotta charge a couple of things before we go to the beach. I'll get my beach Undertaker hat. I'll get my water socks. I would like to bring the camera down there, but I don't know. Because this will probably be the only time that we see the beach. So I do gotta get some footage of the beach. Let me log out of the Wi-Fi really quickly. Come on. We need to get your heart rate. Is that watermelon? No. So- not watermelon. I think it was guava. It looked like watermelon, and I grabbed it, and I took a big drink, and I was like, "What is this?" But it looked like watermelon. It kind of smelled like watermelon, but it was like guava or something. I'm not a fan of guava. Look at this is our lobby though. We can come hang out down here.
Yeah. You need some editing, but there's no.
This is a 3-star hotel. We're used to like 1 star, half star. But shockingly, this 3 star is not our favorite or even our best. Ooh, I can't wait to get into
Mac
the AC.
Boutique is.
Mac Boutique was a million times better than here, and we didn't even get a free breakfast, but it was 4 times the size of it. Perfect neighborhood. 2 huge free glass bottles every day of water. That place was much, much better. I'm not sure if all you guys seen the place, but this is our place. Ooh, the AC's feeling good. Yeah. Let me turn on the lights. Lights, camera, action. This is our small little hotel. You guys say, oh, that's perfectly normal size. Like, for us, this is small.
Should we open the.
No, Fluffy. I don't want to be, Western shower. You guys like the Western showers. I like the Asian showers. But remember, so this one is our most expensive place that we've stayed at. So when we were in Lignon, if you guys seen our place just last night and the night before, that place was bigger. Yes, it didn't have the picture. It didn't have all the nice looking stuff, but it was half the price of this place, bigger with a balcony. I like that. I would stay at the Wignon place over this one. So this is how you guys know I'm just not some cheap guy that's like, hey, he's trying to get free stuff. Like, I would rather go spend $9 at that other place. It's much, much better value. But there is the beach over there. If you guys see, that's where we're going to end up in a few. That's how far we are from the beach. We're going to end up there. And that's the park that we went to last night, where we were there when I dropped the ice cream. And you guys are like, oh, that's good because you shouldn't eat all that sugar. But here's the city in the day. The best thing about this hotel is the closeness near the beach. I was going to say the free breakfast, but the breakfast is, breakfast was
Why
okay.
are you saying that? Yeah.
Because, I mean, there's nothing,
There for
there was nothing special about the breakfast. The AC works really good. That would be a big perk. I'd say the AC works good and it's clean. That's the best way I can describe this place. In Dubai, the presidential suite can cost you 100,000 per night. That is insane. So we're going to Nha Trang. I need to look up our place in Nha Trang. I want to see how many stars it is. So give me a second, guys. Here, let me charge my stuff while I do this. Fluffy, can you? I got this one right here. Let me plug in some of my stuff. Give me one quick second, guys. I need to charge some of the stuff so that we can go to the beach. My batteries on the GoPro are done. Awesome, awesome. Let me charge. I think that one's good. Give me 1 second, guys. Where is this one? We're not gonna get maid service today.
Are you sure you don't want to?
I don't want to, Fluffy. We're only gonna be here till the morning, so I don't care about that. Plus we have too much stuff out. I don't want to have them put something away and then we scramble to find something. So I have this. I have this. All my batteries are charged. We need to charge the battery charger. I feel like I'm charging everything. So that. And what else should I charge? I should charge my phone. Let me see something. Yeah, let's charge. Let me log into the Wi-Fi really quickly. Almost dropped you guys. Let me charge. Okay, maybe. Do we have any juice left in this one? Yeah, we do. We have some juice. Here we go. Let me set you guys up over here. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm just plugging this in. So I hate that I get the bad rap that I'm like this big cheap guy. It's not about cheapness, because I would never take the most cheapest place, right? I like value. I like saying, oh, I paid for something and I really got my money's worth. Like in Nha Trang, I feel like I got my money's worth. We haven't been there yet and I haven't seen the place, but we spent $12, which is about 60% cheaper than here. We get a free breakfast buffet, which looks much better. We get a balcony. We're in a better city. We're closer to the beach, and yet it's cheaper, and it does seem overall better. Where this city is kind of a nothing-ish city. We don't even have the balcony. We don't have a balcony. We don't have a rooftop. And actually, I forgot the Nha Trang place has a pool too. So I don't know if we'll actually use the pool. Fluffy might. But that place is actually cheaper. So that's a perfect example. Like, I like value. I like saying like, hey, we paid this much. Like at that place, I haven't been there yet. So we'll have to get there to honestly do it. But I already feel I got better value at Nha Trang for $12 for all the stuff that we're going to get than here for $17. So, see, to me, I guess that's where I underrate things. Clean. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't want rats running around or stuff like that. But I don't mind, like if this was an older desk and this was like an older bed and these paintings were old and like the walls are kind of like a faded white. I don't care about that. To me, that does not make a difference because I'm not an Instagrammer that's like, hey, you gotta look that this floor is so clean that you can lick off. Like to me, that kind of stuff is overrated to me. My big things that I look for great price. I look for a huge room. I want the biggest room for that amount of money. So like for me, this room is too small. Like this is livable for 2 nights, yes, but I would expect this room, especially at the highest price that I've ever paid in Vietnam, this room should be at least 50% bigger for me. Um, Especially for the $17 a night, like especially. And like this is cool, I guess. You get a chair, but this chair is kind of worthless to me. It's like, but it makes the room look fancier and hey, we have a sitting seat, but it's like I don't really get any value out of this. Um, Let me see. Have heard similar good things about Not Trang for your information. We viewers know your stuff. Thanks for your ongoing. Ah, man, I appreciate it, Melanie. I'm gonna give you guys. So I know a lot of people want the cost and comparison breakdown of. Let me open this up. A lot of people. A lot of people. So I think the big takeaway from this trip, not really the big takeaway, but a lot of you guys want to know, is it better in Nha Trang than Da Nang? I already know one thing that for sure is going to kind of be a deal breaker for me. We're still going there, but there's one thing that's already a deal breaker for me for living there long term. Marcus Kelly. I wish you would pop in, but you guys have probably seen his channel. I actually did the in-person service with him when he landed in Da Nang. He was gonna live long term in Da Nang, but then he moved out there. I'm not sure if you guys have seen him. He pops in the live stream, but he loves Nha Trang. But he does really good videos about Nha Trang. But I can already see before I get there. I can see some flaws with Nha Trang. Fancier. Okay, appreciate it, French. But we got to put you on the wall of shame. Um, so I'm already gonna tell you guys. I hate to be like the guy that burst the bubble, but Nha Trang is not gonna be livable for me and a lot of people that live like me because there's no real option for a bus visa run, and a lot of people are gonna blow that off and be like, "Oh, it's no big deal. I'll just take the flight." But they don't understand it makes a huge difference. So people say, "Hey man, Nha Trang is cheaper." I don't think it is. All the people that I say, "Oh, Nha Trang slightly more." But let's even assume it's cheaper, right? Let's say it's just a little bit cheaper than Da Nang. Okay, so now when your 90-day visa is up, you have two options. The first option is to take a train, which we don't even want to do. Take a train from Da Nang or from Nha Trang to Da Nang the night before, right? A 10-hour train. Then wake up in Da Nang, go get on Lin Visa's bus run for 11 and a half hours, come back to Da Nang that night. It's too late. It's like 7 or 8 o'clock by that time. Stay a night in Da Nang. Next day, get on a train, come all the way back to Nha Trang. That's how you would do it, right? Or people go, no, no, you're crazy. Do the flight. Okay, here's the problem with the flight. First problem, the airport is like 1 hour away from where everyone lives in Nha Trang. So first of all, you're doing a 1 hour trip just to get into the airport. The second problem is if you fly out, you have to be gone out of the country for 3 to 5 days. Bus runs, you can come back the same exact day. Flight runs, you have to stay in another country till you get a visa for 3 to 5 days. Cheapest places to fly um, out of Nha Trang, it would be either Bangkok or Kuala Lumpur. Now, Kuala Lumpur, you're going to have the problem of staying there for 3 to 5 nights, which means if you rent a place in Nha Trang, you're leaving your place for 3 to 5 days, hopefully only that amount of time till you get your new visa. So you're going to, instead of doing the bus visa run with Lin Visa for 160 a person, you're going to spend probably closer to 250 on your visa run. So let's even say that Nha Trang is cheaper, right? All of a sudden, all that money that you saved over those 3 months that Nha Trang was cheaper, You've just thrown it all back doing the visa run. Um, the hotel room would be about 120. I think that's RMB or 17 bucks. Yeah. Um, I feel that this place is over. I felt like all the hotels that are available in this city are all overpriced. Either they're cheap or they're like 12 bucks, but they're like 12 square meters. They're like half the size of this. I have not found any good value on any of these hotels, at least on Agoda. So, yeah, so for me, that's going to be the deal breaker for me on Nha Trang, unless somehow there's a way to figure it out. So the only bus run service that I've heard of from Nha Trang is to the border, and it's a 23-hour sleeper bus. So what we've heard is that there's only one visa option, and the reason why they do the visa run option. So here's the other part. Let me talk about this first. So Da Nang is a livable city. There's a lot of expat that live there for a long time. Nha Trang is different. Nha Trang is mostly vacationers coming in for a week, leaving, coming in, leaving, coming in. So Nha Trang is not set up to be a livable city for most people. Therefore, they don't have visa bus run options. They do have one, and I think it goes to, I could be wrong on this, but I know all the other aspects about the visa run, but I can't remember if it goes to Cambodia or Laos. I kind of think it's Cambodia, but they do it. It could be, I think it is Laos, but for some reason I keep thinking it's Cambodia because someone told me, oh, the reason why they go to Cambodia is because all the Russians get a free visa into Cambodia, but I could be wrong on that. Um, but your option is a 23-hour sleeper bus, which is not going to happen for me. I can't even do so. Luckily, the only bus that I have to do is the 11-hour one with Lin Visa, and thank God that we stop every 2 hours for a quick pit stop. And I start at 6 in the morning and I'm back at 6 p.m. at night. But I heard the Visa run there is like you leave at like 9 p.m. at night, and then you don't get back to the next night at like till like 7 p.m. And I'm like, nah, that's a deal breaker. So Marcus, if you guys know Marcus from Not Sharing that does the videos, he said that was too much for him. He couldn't do it. So they flew to Kuala Lumpur, I think. But this is where a lot of the people don't think ahead. This is where he ran into the problem. So he bought a one-way ticket into Kuala Lumpur. It was like I think he said 90 bucks or right around $100 one way. But you can't buy a round trip ticket because you do not know which day you're going to get approved for the return visa, right? So they got their visa after 3 or 4 days. Remember, these 3 or 4 days, you're paying for a hotel, you're paying for food, you're paying for transportation while you're out in this new country. And then here's what happened. He finally got the visa, right? He said, okay, great, we got it. Let's book our ticket for tomorrow. Guess what? When you book your plane ticket for the next day, guess what it is? Very expensive. So his ticket there was like 80 or 90 bucks. His return ticket was like 180 or 190, I think he said. So now all of a sudden, he went with his girlfriend too. So for himself, it cost him 180 and 90. So it cost him $270 for just himself, just for the flights. Lin Visa is 160 and you're back in the same day. So it was $110. It was $110 extra for him and then another 270 for his girlfriend. So he spent $520 just on the tickets back and forth, not the hotel. And if me and Fluffy did that, it would have cost us $320 for the bus visa run. So for me, it's a deal breaker. It's a deal breaker. So Nha Trang, it's impossible for me to think that Nha Trang is 30 or 40% cheaper because that's how much cheaper it would have to be to balance out the bus visa run option. Then there's a lack of English. If you go watch Marcus's new video, he talks about the 9 things, I think it's 8 or 9 things that he likes better about Da Nang than where he lives now in Nha Trang. He said English. He said there's almost very little English in Nha Trang. He said he liked being able to talk to people. Everyone speaks Russian there. Mostly people speak Russian. Um, so I didn't understand his point. When he pops in here again, I'm going to ask him, but he said food is cheaper there, but then he backtracked and said, well, Western food is more expensive. I can't remember. That's the one I wanted to ask him about. Um, the other thing is he lives very far from the main area, like where we're going to go stay in the European zone or the main tourist area. It's an hour and 20-minute walk from where he's at. So he's getting a cheaper deal, yes, but he's extremely, like, if where we're staying is the equivalent to the An Thuong neighborhood in Nha Trang, he would be staying like way by the lady statue of Lady Buddha. So he's way out there. Like that would so when he compares Danong to Nha Trang's prices, he should be comparing Nha Trang's prices where he's at to like the statue of Lady Buddha's prices. He shouldn't be comparing it to An Thuong because he's nowhere near An Thuong. So it's not, in my opinion, a fair apples to apples comparison. Yes, they're in the same city, but we can go to Sun Tra. If we went to Sun Tra near the lady statue of Lady Buddha, stuff is way cheaper there than it is in An Thuong. So that's a little big of a difference. So you're gonna have, and here's the other thing. So if you go live there long term, you're gonna want to have friends. Like we have like 5, 6 local friends, well, Westerners that live there that we hang out with. He said it's extremely hard. Nha Trang is a we fly in for a week, we're gone. We're in, we're gone. It's not there's not a big steady expat community that lives there and stays there for a long time. For some reason, Nha Trang is like, hey, we're gonna go take a vacation there and then we're getting out. More people in China speak Russian than English. I don't doubt it. Someone was saying that the other day.
Because there's part of China
Someone was saying
that
something similar.
is near.
It wasn't that. It was just like for some. No, I think it was someone said the opposite. They were like, "We're from Russia, and we're learning to speak Chinese or something." It was someone told us something like that. So I don't know. I'm still gonna give Nha Trang a chance, but I think it's just not gonna be the same as Danong. Um, I think, in my opinion, from all the places that I've been to, I feel the only alternative or maybe next real Danong is possibly Wien Yan. I think Wien Yan is, at this point in time, is the closest version. You're not going to get the same lifestyle. But if you said, hey, I force you to pick the closest next best option to Danong, it's probably Wien Yan. It's probably Wien Yan. But you are going to still miss a lot of aspects. But Fluffy, would you live in this city over Wien Yan?
Um, over Winyon. I have to consider a lot of things, but it, yeah, I can.
Wow. I
But
couldn't.
like, if I would live here, I would not find something that I would find in Danang or Winyon.
I don't think
That's
I don't think we would have any friends here. I think we would all
friends.
what
It would be locals. Like
maybe
it would be the same way on how we started.
we
in
would not
Danang.
have expat friends here.
No, but like you would like for your videos and like if you feel good about this and like convince people to go here. It's the same way on how we lived in Danang, Will. At first we didn't really know people and like
No, but I'm not even talking about knowing people. I just don't think there's expats here. I would be blown away if we run into someone like, yeah, I've been here for 2.5 years. Like, I don't think we're gonna meet anybody like that.
it's not like Dong Hoi.
Dong Hoi is even. I think Dong Hoi probably has a few more Westerners that live there,
Yeah.
but they're like teachers and they have a base there. I honestly don't think. I'd be shocked if there's any expats out here. Like the guy, if we would have asked him downstairs, who you guys said the Hungarian guy, I would almost bet my life savings he's here for a few days. That guy's not like, oh yeah, I've been here for a year and a half and I'm never leaving the city.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anybody that lives here like that. It would be so much different. How would we get around this city? I mean, we would have to be taking the app.
We walked how many? We walked over 10,000 steps last night.
If we do that every day, our feet are going to be smoking.
We would get fit.
No, our shoes would be worn out. Let's take a look out here.
And then we would travel to just what do you call this?
What do you call this?
Nha Trang for. I thought you want to go to the beach, no?
Yeah, I'm just charging things for a few. I want
Okay.
a little bit of battery.
It's it. What I hate, Will. Last night we saw so much trash at the park, and these people are so brats that look
Brats.
The park is clean now. I hate that. I hate that.
Fluffy hates that.
I
Chan,
hate it
what's
that
up?
people thinks that people are gonna
It's
clean.
something, it's definitely, it's not a city thing. It's a Vietnamese mindset. It's so weird because I have to come up with my own assumptions, and I feel like they think like this. Hey, I bought this food from your establishment.
Go
You're
clean.
gonna go come clean. They have this. I hate to say it this way, but I feel like Vietnamese and a lot of Asian countries that I've been to, they feel like we bought this from you. We paid for this, and
Entitled?
we get to do what we want because we bought this. I bought a bag of chips, and I'll leave my bag of chips, and someone else cleans it up. I really feel like that in Vietnam, especially. So maybe some Vietnamese people will get mad at me, but I tell it the way it is because we go to too many places in Da Nang, this place. When we go to the convenience table, all the people's bag of chips and cups is there, and they just get up and walk away. And there's a garbage can like right here, but they're like, I can't be bothered. I spent money for this drink, so have some peasant that works at the store come clean it. I really feel like that's how they think here. Like, I don't think they're bad people and say like, oh yeah, I'm getting over on them. I really think that they just think, hey, that's their job. I bought this chips. It's garbage. I'm not. I paid for the chips. Like how you say that I'm entitled. Like when I go down there and get water. Like I would never go get free water from downstairs. I think that that's how they think. Like, hey, I bought the chips. I bought the drink. Hey, have your employee clean it up. I ain't cleaning it up. Fluffy hates that people leave the garbage. They said Fluffy hates clean parks. She
No,
she
it's
says
not
she hates
clean.
that the
I
people don't
hate.
clean up after themselves.
Yeah. It's not that I hate clean. I love clean parks. You'd see clean parks in Bangkok.
I always
I
talk
love
about that
clean
when we're
parks.
in Da Nang because when we go to Da Nang to the convenience store, someone will get up like let's say there's no tables right now. So finally, someone will get up. They won't take their garbage, so I got to go now sit at their table. And if I want a clean table, I have to pick up this idiot's food and drinks that he left at his table. Like, hey, I'm a paying customer too. Why do I have to pick up his garbage? He should have picked up his own garbage. They don't do that here. They don't do that.
I
But
feel
I honestly don't think it's meant to be mean. I just feel it's baked into their mind that, hey, I bought something
they're
here.
used to it.
I think it's their mindset. I think it's their mindset. I don't think they're being mean or being rude. I think in their mind, it's just like, no, that's how it goes. You leave it here. Like, here's a great example. In this country, when we go to restaurants, go look on the ground at the restaurants. What do you see? You see paper napkins just laid on the ground.
Yeah.
They just throw their stuff on the ground, and then like at the end of the night, they come by and sweep it up. And it's like, dude, why don't you just throw your stuff? I don't think they're being mean. They just think, hey, this is what you do with garbage. Like, some people. So here's what we heard in USA. So there's a lot of Mexicans that come into California that are from Mexico, legal or not just any specific type. But they don't flush toilet paper there. So you'll go to like a place every once in a while in California, and I knew someone that was like a manager, and like he would go clean the bathroom. He's like, "What the fuck? Someone threw away fucking dirty toilet paper in our garbage." And they're like, "Hey, that's how they're used to it. They don't flush their toilet paper because their system is wrong." So I kind of think here in Vietnam, it's like, "Hey, you just throw the stuff on the ground and you let that worker just clean it up. You don't bother with it." I think it's like that in China. I think China has this very different mindset of like, I'm the customer. Whatever I do, you clean up because I gave you money You are my servant. I really feel like that's how it is. See, the a perfect example. In China, the employees laugh at you or actually get mad if you clean your own table. It's weird. It's an Asian mindset. Out here, like when we go to convenience, like someone's empty cup, someone's chips, and they just get up and walk away. And literally the garbage will be right there. They don't just pick it up and drop it there. They'll just leave it. And even if they think, oh, okay, the employee's going to come by and clean it up, right? But I come over there and sit. So now I have to pick up someone else's garbage just to sit down so that I can enjoy a drink now. It's, I don't know. But here's what's so shocking to me. Every day, if we walked out right now, we would go see at an Asian house, someone would be out sweeping and cleaning up their house, right? So it's like, you guys obviously clean in your own house. Why don't you have that same mentality when you go to a restaurant and clean up after yourself there? If we go to their house, is there garbage all along on their ground? No. They'll say, no, no, our place is spotless. Why? Oh, because we clean it up. Okay, well, why when you go out, why don't you clean it up? Oh, because I paid for the drink, so they're the peasant, right? They have to clean up after me. I don't like that mentality.
I went to their restaurant, so they should clean it up. I paid for it.
I think that's their mindset is like, I paid for it, and that's not what you pay for. You don't pay for them to clean up. You paid for a bag of chips. You paid to eat the chips. You paid for the drink. Once the drink's gone, throw it away. You didn't pay. You didn't say, "Hey, I bought this $1 bag of chips, and now I have a employee do $9 worth of cleanup." No, that's not what it's for. I hate that. But it's weird because Asians, their whole mindset is about respect. It's like, hey, before you come in, take off your shoes. Hey, be quiet in temples. Like it's all about respect. But then the stuff that I consider respect, they're just like, oh, no, no, we don't do that. And it's like, how can this be the same group of people that thinks, don't point your feet at a temple, take off your shoes, don't be yet loud. These are the same people that leave their stuff on a table and let other people pick it up. Or, perfect example, they are on a train, coughing all over, not covering their mouth, coughing over your shoulder. And I'm like, where's the respect? Like, you guys want me to take off your shoes? Don't take pictures inside of the Lady Buddha temple. Like, bow down. Like, that's respect. But hey, let me cough all over the back of your neck and let me put my feet on the seat. And it's like the respect only works in what they want it to. It doesn't work in the all around. They're like, hey, I want to cough all over people. So that's okay. But no way will you bring your shoes inside. Like, such a weird thing. But also the street sweepers get angry when the shop or restaurant prior cleans the sidewalk. I don't understand why that is. Like, I'm not getting paid to clean up, right? But I believe, hey, just clean up after yourself. Like, just pick it up and just provide a garbage can. Have a garbage can right by you. That's why I love at restaurants what I think the USA should have. This is something that I wish the USA would adapt to that Vietnam has. When we go to every single restaurant, if you look down right under your table, there's a garbage can. I like that
But
because it's
some people don't find that sanitary because, like,
fluffy. We cannot talk about sanitary in Southeast Asia because we see banh mi guys will grab your money, put it on the bread, or they'll take the money and then directly grab it. So we're so far past the sanitary problem. If there was a sanitary problem, people would be wearing gloves at shops. So we can't do that. But it's nothing about sanitary. It's nothing. What was I just saying right before that, Fluffy?
America should.
Oh, yeah, we should have those table because you know what's bad? I hate being at a table in a restaurant and you have a whole pile of napkins and it's like all up there and you have to wait till the lady comes over to clean it up. I'd rather just take my napkins and put them underneath and put them in the garbage can, out of sight, out of mind. Instead of like, hey, someone has to come by and do this. No flies. Well, here, put it this way. There's flies everywhere.
But we don't really see flies.
We were just down at the breakfast buffet. There was a fly flying around down there inside an AC 3-star hotel. So, you know what's weird though? Speaking of flies, I feel like I don't ever see flies in the USA anymore. But when I come out to Asia, we see flies everywhere. So even if you didn't have those garbage cans, There's flies out here. I remember back in the 80s and the 90s, flies used to be everywhere. Now, for some reason, I don't see flies in the USA. A cop pulled me over and said, "Papers." You said that one yesterday, Plunger man. Remember? I told you, I said, man, hopefully you get better being shot 78 times. I swear, some of these guys come in here and just troll with the same stuff. You guys got to improve your troll
Those are
game.
people like they want attention. Like, oh, this is a grand entrance.
Yeah, but I mean, come on, man. If you're going to troll with something new. I mean, it's like a comedian going to do the same routine every day. Plunger man, you just said the same stuff yesterday. Please get new material. I don't understand either, but I think it's about Confucius, social order, or security. And that's another thing. Let's speak. Since we're doing this, you guys love when I rant, so we're going to rant again.
Puffy, it's too early for...
I got to wait till my stuff charges anyways.
Yeah, but please don't...
Then put your earplugs in. So here's my rant about the Philippines. They have too many security guards. I don't understand. Like, where were we at yet? Oh, we were at the Bonet place yesterday. This is not Philippines, obviously. But we were at the Bonet place, and I didn't understand this. But they hire security guards to keep an eye out for the scooters. So it's like I don't understand it. I swear to God, I'm convinced it's just to give someone a job. In USA, we don't just give someone a job because like, hey, we want everyone to be employed, so just give them a low-paying job. No. In the USA, they make one employee do about 4 different jobs and they save on money. But in the Philippines and Vietnam, a lot of these Asian places, they just give these old guys these security jobs. And remember, when we go into Muang Tan, our apartment, 99% of the time, if we get back at 11 o'clock, the security guard is behind the counter like this. And he's a freaking security guard, and we're like, dude, like, what's going on? So, anyways, we were at the Bonet place yesterday. There's literally 4 scooters, 1 person in there, right? As soon as that guy walks out, the security guard jumps up from his seat, runs over to the scooter, and, like, gets the guy's scooter already like he's doing something. I'm like, this guy has a security job to literally, like, move your scooter when you're coming to get it. I'm like, dude, like, there's 4 scooters parked here. You do not need someone to keep an eye on your scooter and hand it to you. Like, it's so crazy. You have numbers in your name. Toilet plunger joke sinking down the toilet. You need an introduction for your rants, and they make good shorts. I hate doing shorts. For the big reason that I hate shooting video in this. You guys must think, I think you guys think I love shooting in this mode, but I don't. So I've explained the story lots of times. If I do it in the good mode, the landscape, nobody finds me on the YouTube shorts when they're scrolling. Plus, I get about 70% less views. YouTube's algorithm forces me to do it in this mode, which I hate. Shorts have never done good for me, so I've stopped doing shorts a long time ago. You guys I could be wrong, but you guys make me feel like I need to start doing more videos about rants. I try to do informational stuff and give you guys like, hey guys, this is how you get a SIM card. Hey, this is how you get an apartment. This is how you do a visa. But I'm going to just upload a video and I'm just going to say like the 3 things that I just can't stand about Vietnam. And I'm going to just let them have it. Like, hey, why the hell do they have this? Why the hell do they have... And maybe that video will do good. We'll see.
Could be, but like maybe they find you so opinionated.
I guess rants could... I mean, well, here's why I don't think they would. I did a video podcast about 3 months ago where I was basically I was standing and I was sitting on a couch talking like this, and I think that's so boring. I think you guys think, I don't know, I watch people on couches, but I feel like my audience likes lights, camera, action, movement, all this stuff, right? But I did like a video podcast where I was like, hey guys, like this is how you go get an apartment, and the video didn't do good. So I was like, oh, screw it. But I would love doing I would love sitting down with someone and just saying like, hey man, this is what drives me crazy about Vietnam. But so far when I did something like that, the views didn't do good. I need to find a good delivery system of how to do the rant. Like you guys love my rants on the live stream, but the problem is for me, I hate to say it this way, but it's not financially good for me. I get six pennies, 6 cents for every 1,000 views here. If I go do an uploaded video, I get like around $6 per thousand. So like if people love my rants and they watch them here, like you guys have a great time. But for me, I make 14 cents for a great rant. Whereas if I did it on an uploaded video, it would not only be more organized and better and the errors and the fluff cut out of it, it would bring me some money. They literally have a lady to help pick out toothpaste. At where? Yeah, yeah. So most local markets has attended. So that's the stuff that I wish that the freaking I wish that the USA would have that. If you go into Walmart, good luck on finding anybody to help you out. But the thing about it is here, when you go to the Philippines, they're not, I don't know how I say this. So when you go to the Philippines into a mall, they're not helpful in the sense that, hey, they're hired, they get $8, $10, whatever an hour, right? I know they don't make that, but let's just play the scenario out. You think, oh, okay, they're really on their job, they're coming. And then you find out, oh no, these people make commission off of selling to you. So they don't have your best interests in heart. Where in USA, if you find a worker at Walmart, they don't get any commission. So when you say, hey, can you tell me where the battery chargers are? I need a Samsung battery. They'll literally walk you over there, say, right here, sir. Now, when you go to the Philippines, there's commission and, hey, sell this one and sell that one. It's very, like, you go to the Philippines, you walk. It's so mind-blowing to me. You walk in a mall in the Philippines, and they have young women standing outside of the door. And let's call it like a lamp store. Let's just say that's like a lamp store. Hey, sir, why don't you come in here and buy a lamp? And it's like, huh? I'm a single guy. I'm 22 years old. Not me, but I'm giving you guys an example. Why the F would I want a lamp? Oh, because I make commission off it. Please come in the store. You get hassled to come into stores in the Philippines. It's so weird. In USA, employees don't even want you to come in the store, let alone they're not standing at the door saying, hey, come in. In Asia, they have this mindset. Hey, if I talk them into it, they'll buy it. There's been so many times that we walk down the street and someone's trying to sell me like freaking Fluffy, where do we walk down the street and people try to sell us the most stupidest things? What the hell's going on out there?
I think it's the one by the beach that, remember, they're renting speakers there.
Can you guys hear that? Yeah, I know. So Philippines malls are very scammy. It's so weird. Like I try to explain that to Fluffy. I'm like, I've never once went to a mall and been talked into buying something. If I go to the mall, I'm either going to look around or I'm going to buy something specific. But no one's going to say, hey, sir, don't you need this blender right here? And I'm like, oh, wow, I really need that blender because you told me. But in the Philippines and in Asia, they really think they can talk you into something that you don't need or want. Like, Philippines malls are like the Americans' older versions of infomercials. Remember when you would watch infomercials and you'd watch the Ronco food dehydrator? You know damn well you didn't need it, but you watch the commercial. He made beef jerky and he made dried watermelon. And at the end of the program, you're like, dude, I got to call this number. I want that. That's the version of the Philippines mall. They think, hey, I know this guy has no interest in blue blocker sunglasses, but I'm going to really send this nice looking woman out and I'm going to try to talk him into buying something that he has absolutely no need. And it's like, huh? Like, I don't understand this philosophy. If you don't go in, they don't have a job for long. And that's the thing that I hate. Like, hire someone to do labor. Don't hire someone to try to convince people to buy things. But they don't have that mindset in the Philippines or Asia. Like, hey, you're paying someone for their time. You're paying an employee to stock the shelves. You're paying someone to lead someone down the right aisle. Don't pay someone. Don't go hire these 20-year-old girls to try to be eye candy to talk them into buying an expensive product. I hate that. It's so scammy to me. I hate that kind of stuff. But the Philippines thinks that works. And it does not work on Westerners. Like I said, I've never been convinced to go buy something that I never had an intention. And the Philippines and lots of Asian countries do that. Like, for example, we walk down the street, right? We'll go to a street market. This lady will be selling mangoes. This lady 6 feet away will be selling mangoes. This one. That lady sitting here, she'll see that I rejected buying. This lady will say, hey, you want mangoes? I'll say, no, 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 I don't want any mangoes. As soon as I step 4 feet, this lady's now asking me, sir, I'll sell you mangoes. Hey, lady, I just told your friend right next door that you were looking at me when I declined her. Why do you think 6 feet later, all of a sudden, I'm going to buy them for you? Like,
Because he thinks you just don't like what she has, but maybe you would like the one.
and that's such a weird thinking from an American. Like, I. I'm not going to go, oh, I didn't like her mangoes, but 4 steps later, all of a sudden, now I'm craving for mangoes.
Or maybe like they think that, oh, you didn't understand what she means, so maybe I can explain it to you better.
I don't understand that. So Asia, they think like this. Hey, Asia's very salesy.
Yeah.
They want, so they're like me. They're like me when I go to a hotel. They want their bang for their buck. They're like, hey, I'm paying this employee. They're going to clean no matter what. They're going to stock the shelves no matter what. But I need to get my money out of them. Whereas in America, they think, hey, we're paying you for your time. That's the biggest thing that people don't understand in Asia. In Asia, people do not value time. Time is the most important thing. Time is money in USA. Time is nothing in Asia. They think like this. I'll sit out all day and I'll just sell coconuts. And if no one buys them, guess what? I have the same amount of money that I had at the start of the morning. If I sit out here for 12 hours and I sell 2 coconuts, what a great deal. I made some money. In USA, you'd be like, nope, I'm not getting out of my bed unless I make X amount of money. In Asia, they don't have that mindset. They will literally sit out there, get on their phone. That's why when you go to Asia, you'll see mall employees or hotel employees sitting at the desk on their phone watching Facebook. When you walk in, you're literally bothering them while they're watching Facebook. And somebody's like, excuse me, yeah, yes, sir. Can I look at a hotel room? Yeah, hold on 1 second. And then like they'll have to send their little message to their WhatsApp friend. Hold on, some idiot customers here. Then they'll put their phone away. In USA, you don't see that. You don't walk into hotels and they're too busy on TikTok and Instagram. But then on the flip side, this is the reason why it happens. I'll tell you both sides. So in the Philippines, people are paid very, very little money. People don't make much money. They're underpaid, right? So they think, why the F am I going to freaking go above and beyond? I'm barely making any money. I'm going to sit on Facebook. I don't care. If a customer comes here, yeah, I'll help them. But guess what? This job doesn't pay me enough. So screw them. I'm going to be on Facebook and I'm going to do whatever I want. That's exactly what happens in Asia. And that's another thing. Grab drivers, that's why you walk outside. Grab drivers on their scooter are taking a nap on their scooter. Because Asians, especially in Vietnam, so Americans, we live to work. Whereas Asians will fit their work around their job. Like our banh mi lady will be there from like 4 in the morning to like 1 at night, right? And you're like, wow, she's really hard working. But you don't understand. At 9 o'clock in the morning, she's going somewhere to go pick up her grandson for her kid, and her banh mi stand's just sitting there. So you might come at 9 o'clock looking for a banh mi. Guess what? She's out doing her laundry somewhere. She fits her job into her life. Whereas Americans, we clock in at 8. Maybe at 12 o'clock, you can rush home and go pick up your kid, and then you hurry up and get back. And then at 5 o'clock, we punch out and we get the hell out of our job. And then the rest of the day or nights for us. Here, it's like, they're like, hey, sir, like, hey, I got to go do something. Like, you're going to have to wait. Come back in 2 hours to come get a banh mi. I'm taking a nap. Only get if arms don't degain before control pass. Americans and pass keys, really impressive for her. In China, they don't hate women. They hate women so much, female eye candy doesn't work. Yeah, I feel like a lot of Asia is very, very, what's the word? Old minded and very uh group minded, meaning, hey, we've been living this way for 200 years, so guess what? That's how we're going to continue to live. Like our buddy Tim. Tim was born in Vietnam. He escaped during the war, and then he grew up for the rest of his life in USA. But he tells us this. It was I'd never thought of it because I'd never really think that deep about it. When he said it, I kind of agreed. He goes like this: every Asian parent wants their kids to be a doctor, but guess what? No Asian parents ever go to doctors. So they want you to be a doctor and make doctor kind of money and be doctor smart. But then if you go, Asians don't go to doctors. They go to medical. They go to herb specialist, or they tell you to drink a hot cup of tea. It's such a weird philosophy, and that's the thing. Like even Fluffy. Remember we were talking about myths. Fluffy's like, oh, don't go to bed with with wet hair. Don't clip your nails at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Like they have these weird nonsensical beliefs that used to come around 300, 400 years ago. And even if they're not true, they just still follow them. USA is very logical. We're like, okay, we understand. If you don't cover your mouth, you're going to spread germs. Whereas here, they're like, hey, if you get sick, go chew on the sunflower. All of a sudden, you magically get healthy. Like Asians believe that unicorn beliefs. Like if you eat this dandelion, you will never get cancer. And it's like Americans are like, no, cancer is caused by X, Y, and Z. This is how you prevent it. It's so
Okay,
weird
not
though.
but now people are trying to prove that not all medically and science proven
I
and
agree. I
heal
agree. I don't think
medicine
I think
and like herbal medicine works because like
I
not
agree. So
only is
I
natural.
I'm in a sense I don't believe either side. Like, I'm not going to sit there and be like, hey, you can go cure everything with drinking hot tea. But on the other end, I don't believe, hey, you need to go take pills to feel better. I'm in the sense of, hey, some of this medical stuff is correct. Some of this herbal stuff is correct. But I'm not, hey, all you got to do everything herbal, or hey, you have to go to the hospital and get medication. It's a balance, and it's like anything else in between. It's a balance that you got to kind of go back and forth on. But it's crazy because in China, I went there and I could not find a cold drink. And now when I realized down the road, I realized why I couldn't find a cold drink. Because in China, if you're sick, guess what you do? You drink hot tea, you drink hot liquids. So their mentality is, hey, hot soup, hot liquids cures you and makes you feel better from sickness. So that must mean the opposite. What do you mean the opposite? So if hot liquids do good for your body and they make you healthy after you're sick, that must mean cold liquids are bad for you. And it's like, oh no, don't say that. So when I go to China, I can't get a Coke. The Cokes are not even placed in the refrigerator. The Cokes, if you ask them for ice, they'll be like, ice? We ain't getting no ice. I agree. I agree that big pharma is a scam. Lots of it. That's why they're third world countries. Third. I agree. Third world thinking, but at the same sense, I'm not going to say all the third world thinking is wrong. There's a lot of stuff that I'm like, wow, man, the USA can learn from this. But at the same time, there's a lot of stuff. That's why I tell you guys, I have never ran into a perfect country. USA has its flaws. Vietnam has its flaws. China has its flaws. Philippines has its flaws. But every one of those countries, I've found something very unique. And I'm like, man, I wish the USA would do this. Like maybe they're small, maybe they're big. I wish that we can combine everyone's good values of each country and make one amazing country. Yeah, yeah, that's exactly it. So that's why I'm convinced. So when someone, I was like, why don't Asians drink cold liquids? It the light bulb in my brain went off when they said, "Hey, they believe drinking hot liquids cures you." So here's how the normal 10-year-old brain works, right? So whenever you figure out something at 10 years old, you're like, oh, hot water makes me feel better. And then you think in your brain, oh, so what's the opposite? So what does cold liquid do? Oh, cold liquid must make you sick. So don't drink cold liquid. Now I got it. That's the general Asian thinking. Hot liquid cures you, so cold liquid must make you sick. That's their logic. What's up, Tim? Remember, Tim, Asian parents want you to be a doctor, but yet the Asian parents never go to the doctor. If you drink cold drinks in Asia, they think you will die. Exactly. It's so weird. I don't believe in that, Veno. I don't believe that. I will never be convinced of that. I constantly drink iced tea. Fancy room, man. I'm so shocked. You guys really, really like this room. I am not happy. I'm not gonna say I'm not happy, but I am not happy at the price that I'm paying for this.
But Fluffy, if we saw Tim's room at Cecilia, if the size of his room is same as the size of the
His room was a little bigger than ours.
yeah. So if that size, it's like what we pay, would you be happy or like
Um.
satisfied?
So I would probably I would rather pay. Tim got a better deal. Now he did pay more, but he had a better breakfast buffet, and he had a balcony.
Yeah, and he had the what do you call this? He had the bigger size.
And bigger. His was bigger, better buffet, and a balcony.
If you get that for $17,
Yeah, I'd be happy with that for $17. He didn't pay $17, but that, yeah.
so like you would base it that way. So like
Yeah, but this, to me, I would rather have the Wien Yon place that we had for $9 than this place for 17. I wouldn't last long in an Asian mindset. I've been here for, I don't know, combined 2.5, 3 years, if you want to count all the time that I've been from 2019. It is very hard to get used to, but here's honestly the thing. Life is a lot easier. Life is a lot cheaper. Like, the one thing I'll never get used to is the humidity. I'll never, ever get used to the humidity. But I say, hey, the humidity in mind, the weird mindset in mind, it's still a better value for me than the USA. China is a small market, better than other countries like America. Hot or cold, it does not matter. Room is great because you get free water. Well, for one, remember we bought water last night.
still not over the water.
Yeah, so he got 400 square feet, so that's about 40 square meters. This is 28. 28, he had a better buffet. He had, so basically we were paying about half. But he had a better balcony. He had a better buffet. I'm sure he got free water. I've been here for 10 years. Life is so much easier, yes. And I'm going to say in the good ways and in the bad ways. Good ways, yeah. I mean, if you got money, you survive. You can go check into hotels with just a passport. You can go rent an apartment. You don't have to have a credit check. So life is a lot easier. But on the flip side, I'd say I'm honestly going to tell you guys, in the USA, I felt so much more creative. Like, I would say, I always felt like I was productive in the USA, where in Asia, multiple things make me not as productive. The humidity, the weather, the slow paced lifestyle, I feel like I don't do as much in a normal day that I would do in the USA, productivity wise. So I do feel like I go backwards in the creative or the productivity wise. But life is a lot easier. Good. So think a good day and morning. Don't leave without charging card. I always charge my devices. That's what I do. Oh, my battery charger died. Fluffy. I guess I gotta try to plug this in. Oh, slow charging? Oh, here we go. Maybe it's charging. It's slow charging. Hey, I was at my parents' today and family friend came over to visit them. It's crazy. She's from Wien Yon originally and never been back to Wien Yon. We just left Wien Yon yesterday.
Yeah.
I think we're probably going to spend our last day going back to Da Nang and Wien Yon again. we're going to get the amazing $5 a night hotel. Actually, the $5 a night hotel. Fluffy, I looked on the app. Everything's back down to $5 on there. And even the room that we looked at is $5 now on the app.
Really?
Before it was like 10. So I think we're going to stay there. And we're only going to stay there for the night. I'm not sure which time we would take the train. We can either take the train early in the morning or we could take it in the afternoon. It really won't matter that time. If we want to get an extra day in there, we would take it early. But if we don't really care about doing anything except for dinner, we can take a train in the afternoon. Because I think it'll be about 4 hours from here. No, it'd be about 6 hours. I think it's going to be about 6 because we're coming from Nha
We're
Trang.
going to take the same train, right?
What do you mean same train?
S20. Oh, we haven't got anything.
No, we haven't booked our
I
trip back.
think morning.
But I have a feeling it might be like a 5 or 7 o'clock in the morning, or it might be like a 2 in the afternoon.
Oh, we have to check the train first. Remember, like we don't want to get the S21 train.
Oh, they got a golf course. I didn't know they had a golf course. Yeah, I think you would like Wien Yan. I have no problems with Wien Yan. The only thing is, if you go from Da Nang to Wien Yan, you are going to notice a downgrade in just everything. But some people love that. Some people like the slower pace life. But it's a generic little brother version of Da Nang. What's up, Russ? I'm just charging my devices for a little bit, and then we're going to head out to this beach that's just right down the street. We're in our second new city. We got here yesterday morning in the city of Tuy Hoa. What?
I can't imagine Tim.
Fluffy's just
shaking
mad
his-
she can't say it.
shaking
Tuy
his head.
Hoa.
No, I can just imagine Tim shaking his head. Oh my gosh, Will, stop it.
Well, I'm saying it correctly. Tuy Hoa.
Ah, Will.
So every time Tim talks about Wien Yan, I'm always so surprised because I don't hear anybody talking about Wien Yan. I didn't hear anyone talk about Wien Yan last year when we went. But he makes it sound like locals know about it, and it's like all this big, like they were like, "Hey, man, this was Da Nang before Da Nang." I'm like, "Well, what happened?"
Have you been to Wien Yan?
I don't think so.
Cause like he's a fancy.
Tuy Hoa, Tuy Hoa, Tuy Hoa, Hoa, Tuy Hoa, Tuy
No,
Hoa.
I think Tim is so fancy. He just likes Nha Trang.
Oh, it must be nighttime for you. Yeah, we're gonna go to the beach, so you're gonna miss us going to the beach, but we're gonna charge our devices really quickly. And then I'm gonna I got my Undertaker hat. Here we go.
Oh my
You guys always love when I talk about the Undertaker hat. I've only worn this once, ever. But I'm gonna wear this because it is it's supposed to be 90-something degrees. So I'm gonna go wear this on the beach. So it protects
you know
me.
what we forgot? Sunblock.
Well, this is my sunblock right here. Fluffy didn't bring my sunblock. We won't be out there too long. I'll just jump in the water. We'll do a little live stream. I'll get some B-roll out there. What time is it? Ooh, it's Fluffy. It's only 9:45.
This?
I thought it was like 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
No, I thought it was 10. You know why? Will feel
Granny hat. Come on, man.
Will feels so hyped because he chugged coffee.
No, I'm just ready because our trip is wrapping up. This is our last couple hours here. Yeah, we're gonna be here till tonight, and go eat dinner, but we're gonna only get a few more hours of daylight, and then I'm pretty sure I'm gonna take a nap in the afternoon, and then we'll be going to eat dinner, and then we're gonna pack up everything, and then we'll be on a train at 7 in the morning tomorrow. What train did we get, Fluffy? Oh, we got a SE7 train again, so we're gonna get that same type of train, I think. I don't like coffee, but I ended up getting convinced to chug down an iced coffee. 1, we had the free buffet. 2, they convinced me, so I made my own iced tea. Because remember, I would never pay for an iced tea, not because I'm cheap, but because I just don't drink coffee, and I wouldn't even if they said, "Hey, pay us 1,000 VND," which is like 4 cents. I'd be like, nah, I'm not interested. They had it there. They had condensed milk. They had ice and they had coffee. And I said, you know what? Let me just screw it. I'll make one. And I don't know anything about coffee because I got the glass, right, and I started lifting up the coffee, and it was going so slow, it was trickling down. But if it would have came out fast, I would have filled up the whole cup. I didn't know you're not supposed to drink that much, and you guys were like, no, you're not supposed to drink that much, and I was like, oh shoot. So buffet, 5 out of 10. 4 out of 10. It's an Asian buffet. So there was no pancakes. Well, I'm not gonna dock them. Pancakes is kind of over the top.
No,
No orange juice. Um, there was rice. There was soup. There was eggs,
oh,
stew. There was a piece of watermelon. Not even butter. There was no butter. There was no orange juice. There was
you're
no
spotting
bacon.
girls.
There was nothing like Cecilia. It was very, very simple, very Asian. I'm not even a big pancake guy, but there was no bacon. I was shocked, no bacon. So here's what I ate: rice, fried egg, piece of bread, the beef stew.
It's like Vietnamese. What Vietnamese eat on breakfast?
I honestly would have thought they would at least have some cereal. Like I was like, okay, they'll have orange juice and cereal. But there was no orange juice and there wasn't even cereal. And then I thought it was watermelon juice. And I was like, okay, fine. I'll settle for watermelon juice. I love watermelon juice. But I tasted it and we ended up finding out it's probably guava. It had a weird taste to it. Yeah, Cecilia buffet was good. I love.
Thank you,
There was
Nick, for
only
that.
there was only one thing I didn't like that I tried at Cecilia buffet, and it was that curry. That was the only thing I didn't like, and it's weird because when Fluffy gets the curry from the Thai restaurant, I love that. The
Russ doesn't like that.
I don't know why. We know like two people. Russ might be related to Gypsy, because Gypsy's the other person that doesn't
Russ
like the Thai.
didn't like the curry there.
Russ
I
is one of
think
the only rare people that don't like it, but
maybe
everyone else
it's
we know
like
likes it.
he's used to Indian curry or no, but Russ would like the Sicilia curry. That's more of Indian curry.
Yeah, but I think I've had Indian curry before. It was a very weird flavor. There was something off about it. But the rest of the buffet was good. I had 4 cups of orange juice. I had like half a pound or more of bacon. Oh, look at the little kids that are out here playing. The locals.
It's so crazy because like you get a base of the kids playing outside.
I don't know. This is a real city. I consider this more of a real Vietnam city than like for sure Da Nang. Even more than Wien Yon. This Dong Hoi is like a proper upper class type of city, but this is just like, hey, people come hang out at the park. This is just like a normal, regular city. Vietnamese eat hot water for breakfast.
I think that's Chinese.
Yeah, this buffet, not a single Western option. I guess the closest to a Western
Yeah, but
option
you eat
here,
fried rice and egg.
yeah,
That's enough for breakfast.
the closest option to a Western item, I guess, would have been the fried egg. And maybe the fried egg and the watermelon slice. Anything non 100% Asian would be like the watermelon slice and the fried egg. I'm not going to say it wasn't bad. Oh, know what else? Know what else actually my favorite item there was the chicken wings. They had some fried chicken wings. That was okay. Tomorrow we're gonna have to do a dine in dash because our train leaves at 7:25 in the morning, and the breakfast buffet opens up at 6:30. So we're gonna have less than 50 minutes to get from our hotel to the train station, and you want to be there about 30 minutes before, probably 20 realistically, which means we got to go downstairs at 6:30, probably slam some of those eggs and rice into my mouth, and get on the grab at like 6:45.
Me, I'll slam it in the lunch box.
Lunchbox. Ooh. Fluffy's gonna put hers in the plastic container. Oh, maybe I could do, yeah, I could do that too,
Fried
Fluffy.
rice, yeah.
We have our plastic container. See? You guys call me cheap? Look what Fluffy. Where's the containers at,
It's
Fluffy?
at the cupboard. I washed it.
So look, this is what Fluffy's gonna do. Where's the cupboard? Where at, Fluffy?
It's there.
Oh, look at this is what Fluffy. See, she's already planning this. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to the buffet tomorrow. Fluffy's gonna make it on the plates, and then we're gonna basically pack it to go, and then we'll get on the in drive and go get on the train. I guess that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna get rice. I'll put a few chicken wings in there. I'll get an egg, and that's it.
But you don't know if it's gonna be chicken wings, but I don't know. Maybe you could just put it on plate and then taste it.
Yeah.
If you like it, we'll get more.
Actually, Tim, they said that they would do that, but the thing is, they told me, "Oh, we'll give you an egg, a piece of bread, and a slice of watermelon." And I was like, "Oh, great, okay." But for me, I'd rather have the rice. They just told me that they'll give me a egg, the piece of bread, and a slice of watermelon. And I was like, I'll just pack it. I've seen Chinese people have a different fried egg for dinner and steak for breakfast. I wish we would have had steak. I wish we would have had freaking steak. Steak I would have loved. I had the beef soup or the beef stew. That was okay. Fluffy calls it fried rice, but I don't call that fried rice. It's just plain. It's white rice. I guess it's not steamed. Like
It's fried because it's
fried rice to me is Chinese fried rice where it has like egg.
Yeah, you base it by taste. I base it on how what was it cooked, and it's cooked fried, so it's fried.
Anyone in America would never call white rice fried rice. It would be that yellow egg fried Chinese rice. That would be fried rice to us. But fried rice, I would never call white rice with nothing in the rice fried rice. It was just plain white rice, but maybe they took steamed rice and they tossed it in a skillet and like put some oil and fried it technically, but it's white and it has nothing in it. So for me, that's just white rice. I would never call that fried rice. It has to have egg in it and fry. There's no rice in. So here, let me be fair. It wasn't steamed. It probably was steamed originally, but then they like put it probably in a wok or something and stirred around, but there's no ingredients in it. It's just like steamed white rice that gets dumped back into a wok and heated through. So it doesn't have that sticky, wet rice steam flavor. It's kind of more textured, but there's literally nothing in it. Fluffy's not cheap. She's Asian. Then how come you guys don't say, hey, Will's not cheap. He's just value conscious. Seaweed soup. I don't even think they had that. None of
Yeah,
that.
they do.
They did.
That was the soup.
Seaweed soup and rice or bean sprout for soup. I cannot eat that. Holidays don't care. Breakfast so low. Cheap version, fried rice, cheap hotel. Yeah, this place is supposed to be a 3 star. Um, but this city is definitely not cheap. I'm not. I don't want to make it sound like it's an expensive city, but this city you will spend as much in this city that you would staying in Danang for accommodation and for food. Except for you're gonna miss out on all the Western amenities. Things are gonna close by 10 o'clock. Lack of English. So in my opinion, it's just not a. It's not a. You get much better value in Danang. You even get much better value in Wien Yan. Yeah, that's what I tell everybody. I tell no one wants to believe me though. I'm value conscious, meaning I like getting my bang for my buck. Where people say, "Hey man, go back to USA. It's so expensive." I'm like, "No, I try to get my money's worth." Like I said, maybe my past life I grew up in the Great Depression or something, but I love feeling like I get my money's worth. Breakfast fried rice doesn't have any heavy sauces. I'm learning that I guess because it's so weird to me. To me, I'm from the USA. So in my logic, it's hey, bigger cities, more money. Bigger tourist city, more money, right? Small cities, low price. in USA, you can't charge San Francisco or New York price for hotels as you can for Modesto, California. No, you can't do that. But here in Vietnam, they do. When we go to Dong Hoi, when we go to Hue, when we come here to Tui Ha, these prices of the hotels are the same as Da Nang. And I cannot So for me as an American, I think, hey, I try to tell them like this: hey, you're not Da Nang. You don't have the international airport. You don't have the Western amenities. How dare you try to charge the same amount as that of that great city of Da Nang? But you guys say, oh no, no, it doesn't work that way here. They go, hey, there's not many people that have hotels, so they're gonna out unfairly charge you more because you don't have any options. And I've realized that's how the world works. I used to have like kid glasses on and say like, "Hey, they should charge according to how good the city is. Hey, there's not many tourists here. We can't charge as much. How dare you charge as much as Danong?" And they go, "No, no, no. The world works like this. We take advantage of people." And you say, "What do you mean take advantage?" "Hey, we only have 10 hotels here, so you don't got any choices. So guess what? You're going to have to pay a lot." And it's like, but I'm not getting the good stuff that I get in Danong. Well, it's not about that. It's about you only have 10 choices, so you have to deal with it. And it's like, but it's terrible value. Oh, yeah, it's terrible value, but what are you going to do? That's how the world works, and that's exactly how real estate is now going. Everyone snatches up, all these big companies snatch up all the real estate, and they go like this: all of us own this. What are you going to do? You need a house to sleep in, right? Yeah. Well, then you're going to pay what we want. And it's like, yeah, but that's a tiny little place. My friend down the street just bought a house that's 2 stories and it's half the price. Yeah, but we own this place and we're gonna do what we want. And I go like, but shouldn't it be based on value of what you get? Nope. It's based on that we have this and we're gonna do what we want. And I got a huge slap in the face of reality of that's how the world works. It's not based on how good something is. It's based on I have the power and you need something. So guess what? You need what I have, so you're going to pay what I want. We don't care that it's smaller. We don't care that it's worse. It's if you want this, you're going to do this for it. I don't even know how to say this damn city correctly. I don't under That's so weird. So Tim, that is so weird to me. So if imagine this. Imagine this. So let's change it from hotels to let's go back to high school, right? So let's go to high school and let's say the hottest girl in the school, right? If she has a lot of men that like her, she's going to pick the best one guy, right? Where in hotel terms, you guys say, hey, if there's a lot of people here, it goes down. It's like, huh? Like if so something that's more popular becomes cheaper, and that's such a weird theory. It should be if something's more popular, it should be expensive because everybody wants it. Hey, everybody wants it, so guess what? You're gonna pay a lot because everybody wants it. Where you guys say, no, no, if it's very popular, it's cheap. And it's like, huh? If it's popular, it should be more expensive. It has to be, Tim. It has to be. But it doesn't make sense because the popular stuff should be the expensive stuff. The unpopular stuff should be the cheap stuff. It would be like if you went to McDonald's and nobody was buying Big Macs. McDonald's wouldn't raise the price of a Big Mac. They would start doing a, hey, buy one, get one free. Or they would lower the price of a Big Mac to get you to start buying Big Macs again. Here, if no one comes, they don't lower the price of the hotel. They raise the price of the hotel. And you're like, hey, dude, if no one's coming here at $10 a night, why are you going to charge me 20? No one's already coming at 10. What's up, JV? I don't understand that. You should try staying in a fancy bed and breakfast in a small town. They're always way more expensive. Fancy bed and breakfast in a small town USA? I don't agree with that, Alejandro. You go to a rundown, beaten up Motel 6 in San Francisco, they're $150 a night. If I go to Modesto, California, and I stay in a bed and breakfast, it's gonna be $94. Fresno, or another one. Put it this way, if you went to a hotel in Fresno, California, it would be so much cheaper than going to a hotel in San Francisco. Why? Because San Francisco is popular. San Francisco is an international city where that's how it's supposed to work. Hey, everyone wants to go to San Francisco. It's the big city. It's more expensive. Here, you go to Dong Hoi. Dong Hoi is as expensive as Da Nang, and it's like, wait a second. Dong Dong Hoi is the Fresno, and Da Nang is the San Francisco. Vietnamese do the opposite of modern economics. I think that's the only answer I can come up with. A lot of you guys say that, and that's the only conclusion that I can come to is that Vietnamese do it the opposite. And I still can't understand the reasoning, but that's the only answer I can come up with. I think it has to be that because there's no other sense that makes sense. If they drop the price, they feel like shit and don't want to be laughed at. I think that's it, Tim. So that's what I've been saying in the videos in Da Nang. I've been saying landlords will let a place sit for 2 or 3 months unrented because they feel or their relatives told them your place is worth 10 million. Don't rent it for less than that. Hey, cousin John, don't rent your place out for less than 10 million. You're letting them rip you off. So cousin John will let his place in Danong sit for 3 months with $0 because out of spite, he will not lower it. And he'll what's the word? He'll cut off his nose despite his face. He will get $0 because he's going to hold out till someone finally pays him the 10 million. I believe that's exactly what's going on in Vietnam. 70% of Chinese apartments are empty because they basically owned by the same three people. Breakfast, you can rewind this stream if you really, really want. I'll say wasn't terrible, but it definitely wasn't good. It was all Asian stuff. I had fried egg, some rice, bread, and some beef stew. No orange juice, no bacon, no, not even cereal. But the taste, it was okay. It's always good to deal who stays from one night and gets less. I'm not going to say it was bad. Nothing about it. So there was nothing that tasted bad. It just the selection was just very limited. Um, but I'm convinced now. I think so many people have said it that you guys tell me. Um, Opposite way of thinking. They think you come to Dong Hoi, you need to pay more than Danong. But now that just reinstates my fact that I think Danong is such an amazing, killer, awesome, undervalued pricing city. Because I thought, hey, if Danong costs XYZ, when we go to Dong Hoi or we come to this small city, it's even going to be cheaper. Wow, how amazing. But every smaller, unknown city that we went to has been at least as much, if not more, than Danong. That's how the Vietnamese think. Well, for me, it's so hard to think that, but I think that's true, Tim. I really think these landlords think it's better. So in USA, a landlord would never let a property sit. They'd say, hey, guess what? No one's renting at my price. I'll drop it down a little bit. I'll get someone in there. I'll make some money. But in Asia, even in the Philippines, they will let a place sit and hurt themselves getting $0 in just to, this is the Asian word that I keep hearing, save face. And it's like, whose face are they saving? They're only hurting themselves. They're not saving face, but they go, oh, their family won't look down on them. They won't laugh at them. But it's like, I'm laughing at them for letting the place sit and growing mold because there's no AC running and they're making $0. Well, they don't care about that. They care about saving face. And it's like, huh? They're in the business, they're in a business to make money. They are failing at the business of making money by letting it sit. They should be getting laughed at because of that. Not because, oh, John, you took 9 million instead of 10. Ha 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 ha. Instead, John, you could have got 9 million. Instead, you got 0 million. What a fool. The cat is out of the bag. What cat? Fluffy, do you see a cat?
I don't know. I didn't catch up on what you guys are talking about.
Sure, bud. We're gonna post you in the wall of shame. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Everybody, welcome the newest troll to the Will Travel stream. Sure, bud, right there. Give him a thumbs down. There we go. I'm charging my devices a little bit because I want to go shoot some content on the beach. We're gonna go to the beach. What time is it now, Fluffy? 10:05. I think what we'll do is we'll head around to the beach, maybe about 10:30. My phone, my mic. Ooh, good thing. Let's swap those out really quickly. So I'm charging that one. So that one looks like it's done. Let's find microphone number 1. We'll charge this, and then I think, oh, that's number 2. We'll charge number 1. Let's see how low microphone number 1 is. Okay. Yeah, so in about 20 minutes, this one will be ready. I got my GoPro batteries charged. That's charging. That's charging. So I think we'll be probably heading down to the beach in about 30 or 45 minutes. So if you guys want, in a second, I'm going to log out and get off here. But if you guys want, we'll take the live stream to the beach in about 30 or 40 minutes. Vietnamese government workers too busy sleeping and taking bribes. If they get mad at this, I'm confused because I'm trying to help them figure out a way to make more money. They don't think like that. No one knows how much occupancy they have, but people know how much they charge. I know that they have low occupancy because when we go out at night, you look up at the condos, 4 lights are on. 80%, 70% of the lights are off. That means no one's living there. Yeah, right. I was moving here in Fresno from the west side to the east side. I came across a place. It was vacant. He told me I'll rent it to you. Don't even have to pay deposit. Yeah, that's the thing. In USA, you always want something. In Vietnam and Asia, I don't know. So we always hear, oh, in Asia, it's all about money. It's about money. They want money. They want money. They want money, right? I'm just so blown away at how landlords will just be so willing to not rent a place out. In USA, you will never, ever find landlords that let their places sit. Like, that's like the ultimate sin as a landlord to let a place sit and get nothing for it. In Asia, it's a very common thing. Like, hey, if I don't rent it, oh, well. It's like, dude, don't you have bills? Yeah, they don't. That philosophy doesn't work here. You will rent your place out and make some kind of money in USA, but in Asia, they're like, no, we're fine not renting it. We're gonna hold out till someone will pay. I don't understand that thinking. Uganda, oh, very nice. The only time I remember,
Uganda forever.
no, Uganda. The first time I heard about Uganda, some of you wrestling fans will know, even though later on down the road we found out he wasn't from Uganda. But if you guys are wrestling fans, remember Kamala, the wrestler that had the moon and the stars painted on his chest, and he was Kamala, one of the scariest wrestlers back then. They painted him as Kamala, the Ugandan nightmare. No, the Ugandan warrior, I think it was. If they rent out, but I don't. That's so stupid. They prefer not to lose face. This is the problem with Asia. Everything is about appearance. You're in business to make money. You're not in appearance to make friends or to save face. Save face is the biggest nonsensical word to me. Save face means, hey, when I go over to a birthday party, my family's gonna look down on me because I rented a place. Hey, fool. You're in a business. You're trying to make money. You're not trying to impress your family of, hey, I didn't take less. Give me a pat on the back. You're in a business. You rent places out to make money. Like, it's so weird. It's such a weird thing. I'm a Vietnamese with American thinking.
Tim, is that Tim?
Fluffy, she said, Uganda, Wakanda forever. If they rent out low, they lose face. Jimmy Snuka. Yeah, Jimmy Snuka. Jimmy Superfly Yeah, I don't understand that. So apparently, saving face and being broke for that month because you don't pay your bills is better than getting something. It's such a weird theory. Yeah, yeah. Remember Kamal? Man, where's my other phone? I'll show you. He was one of the scariest wrestlers.
Wrestlers.
Him and Papa Shango were one of my favorite, my scariest. But if I show you guys him and you guys remember wrestling from the 80s, you guys will say, oh, there's Kamala. Kamala, the Uganda. I think it was. Let me see. Let me type it in. I think it was Warrior, wasn't it? What was his nickname? Why can't I remember it now? Yeah, here it goes. Kamala. Remember Kamala? They billed him saying he was from Uganda, the Ugandan warrior. Remember Kamala? He always scared me. In Asia, most countries don't have property tax, so there isn't much pressure. I think that's it also. So it's so weird because these countries, like, I heard that a lot of Asians own their own place, so they don't have a bank that they owe a mortgage on. They don't have to do this. So guess what? There's no one breathing down their neck to say, "Hey, John, you owe us the bank money." So in USA, you have a mortgage, you have a loan. So guess what? You got to make some money. And I think you're probably right. I think you're probably right that they're like, "Hey, we own this place. It's ours forever, and then I'm going to pass it down to my family." So they treat it like a hobby. They treat renting a place like a hobby. Like, we didn't get any money. Oh, well, next month we'll just double charge. Where in the USA, you don't have that leeway. You can't be like, I'll just tell the bank and, down the road we'll pay our mortgage. I kind of think you're correct on that. I'm getting into rants, man. You guys have been having me doing rants for the past day. I think the great Kamala WCW, I think he was able to throw smoke. No, no, no. Smoke? I'm trying to think who you're thinking of. I remember Ricky the Dragon Steamboat that would breathe fire. Um, the great. Oh, you're thinking of the Great Muda. The Great Muda was the one that spit the mist, not the smoke, but he had the green mist or the red mist that he had in his mouth, and then he would spit it in your face. Kamala move on your wife? Never heard of that one. Kamala would just go like, "Ooh," and he would come down with the stick and everything and the shield, and he'd be like, "Ooh." But remember, he turned into a good guy with his manager was Slick. Remember Slick? He ended up becoming a good guy. Actually, Kamala died just a few years ago. He ended up having like diabetes or something, and he had to have like both legs cut off. Yeah, I love the 80s wrestling too. Late 80s, mid to late 80s, and early 90s was my prime wrestling time. Like that was my favorite wrestling moments. My favorite wrestling moments. I'm going to make sure I drink my free little baby bottle of water. Yeah, I think he ended up having both of his legs cut off before he died too. I think he died either of COVID or he died during COVID. I can't remember off the top of my mind. The giant Indian was the giant Indian. I think you're thinking of the Great Khali, but that was late in wrestling. I think that was like mid to late 2000s. Most agents treat property as sort of savings account. A property is safer than actual banks. I think a lot of this stuff is not talked about, but I think you guys are right in a lot of this aspects. This is why I can't understand the renting process because for one, I think the whole saving face is a real thing. There's no such thing as saving face as being a landlord in the USA. There's no, hey, I'd rather take no money than some money. Or in Asia, it's like, what a fool. he rented his place out. What an idiot. Like, that's what his family probably says. Also, like you guys are saying, there's probably no mortgage. So guess what? He doesn't have the mortgage man breathing down his neck. And then, like you guys say, hey, banks aren't that great. Investments are not that great here. So they buy property to kind of sit their money in. So I think it's a combination of all those. And that's why, as an American, it's mind blowing to say, why is this landlord not taking a little bit less and getting someone in there? Now the place sits with no AC on. Now mold is growing. And guess what? They're not making any money. I heard another great thing that's probably true too. So I was like, why do they never? Okay, not why they never, but how come a lot of these places don't charge deposits? I'm like, man, what happens if someone walks away? They put holes in the wall and this. And they're saying, oh, you don't understand. You know why they don't do deposits? And I go, why? They go, oh, if they mess up the wall or something, they just paint right over it. If there's mold, they just paint right over it. They're not doing remodeling and tearing out a wall and going code speculation and redoing the wall and spending lots of money. If there's mold, they just paint over it. If there's a hole in the wall, they put a little sheetrock over it and cover it. And that's it. It's done. It's like, okay, they're taking the cheap, easy way out. I get it now. They don't actually own the land. They're just leasing it from the government for like 70 years. Huh. Maybe. I didn't think about that. I'll be back when you get to the beach. Paul, check in about 30 or 45 minutes. I'm going to try to let my other phone charge. So we will probably be on the beach in the next 45, maybe 1 hour. So try to check in around there or so. They'd rather not rent it than rent it for less. That's so stupid, Tim. So explain this to me. If that's true, Tim, right? If I don't understand this. So here's their logic, right? Here's what Tim says. They rather not rent it at all and get $0 for that month than to rent it for less because they feel insulted. But they don't feel insulted that they're getting $0 for a place that they invest time and money into. So getting $0 is better than getting some money. I just don't understand that theory. Isn't it insulting to say, hey, I got this nice rental place, and guess what? I get $0 from it. That's not insulting. That's a weird theory to me. I would think it's ultimately insulting to say, hey, look at man, I got this nice place, and yet no one will rent for me. I get $0 from this. Not even $1. My place is so nice that no one even gives me $1. I don't understand that. How can we live in a world where everyone is a human, no matter where we're at in this planet, we all come from the same species, right? But how can the logic be so weird? Like, I don't understand that. Like, we all have this normal brain. We all want to eat food. We all want to breathe. We all want to drink something, right? We all want to be happy. But how can we live on the same planet and be so far thinking from each other? Like, hey, I bought a property to make money. I want to make money. I am just so glad that Americans and myself don't have that. It's so superficial. That's the greatest word that I can use. Saving face to me is so superficial. You do not get anything out of saving face. It doesn't put food on your table. It doesn't matter. It's just a fearful thought of my family is going to look down on me. But when you go lay down in bed, your family looking down on you doesn't put food on your table that night. It doesn't bring you back any money. It doesn't do anything for you. All it does is gives you a virtual pat on the back. Ooh, my family's proud of me. Okay, take that proud of me and $2, and what do you get? A cup of coffee. That saving face doesn't get you nothing. It's so weird. This place, no. So I did luckily so I monitored the price on Agoda. Before I bought it, it was like $19 and $20. When I finally booked this place, it dropped down to $17. I've been noticing Agoda's been dropping up and raising prices a lot lately. I can't put logical sense in their ancient brains. I don't know. I just don't understand. I'm very simple and logical. And I think, hey, what's going to help me the best? Is my family telling me, wow, you're so great because you didn't rent your place out because you didn't want to rent it for a little bit less? Or Is it better for me to get some kind of money on my investment? Yeah, that's better. It's like in India and Muslim countries, men throw acid on women's face because they got rejected by the women and lost face. Yeah, that's crazy. When you affect other people, that's even worse though. Cuz like you're hurting someone else directly and ruining people's life. That's just insane. I I'm in the other side of the boat. I'm not going to say I feel ripped off or nothing on the $17, but I don't think I got great value on this place, Tim. Like I said, I'm not sure. Tim, did you see our place in Wien Yon? Remember last night, the night before? I think you've seen our place. We paid $9 a night for that place. That place had a balcony. It was bigger than this place, and we spent 60% less at that place. This place is nicer. Yes, it's nicer. It's more modern. Yes, but it's 60% more expensive, and there's no balcony. But it is nicer, I guess. But I don't really get any value out of nicer. I think my most expensive place I've ever stayed in Vietnam has been $19. This is my second highest place now. When we stayed at Hue, I stupidly got a studio. I should have just went back to the place that we stayed at before, Eva Homestay, which was $13, and it was perfectly fine. But I said, you know what? We're gonna live across the street, and it's a studio. It's got a separate kitchen. I There was nothing wrong with the studio. Actually, I'd prefer to get that $19 studio than this place for 17. I think the $19 studio in Hue was better than this one. Remember Hue that had the kitchen?
Yeah.
Which one do you think's better out of that one and this one?
Um, that one because you have a kitchen.
I think so too. So even though that one was slightly
It's
more,
just that this room is like updated and
it's
like,
just clean and modern.
yeah, clean and modern.
But for us, for me, myself, this doesn't get me any value. I'd rather have saved $8 and
it's the
stayed at Mignon.
quality. Like
Yeah, I'm
you
paying for
get
quality, but
8 strands of
all this is irrelevant to me. I don't get value. I don't say like, wow, this pillow has 120 strands of cotton.
Yeah.
It feels so better.
Egyptian cotton.
I don't see the value in that. Like as long as I can sleep on something, it's perfectly fine. But I would rather have the place in Hue for $19 a night than to have this place for 17. So even though this place is cheaper than the place in Hue, it's not as good of a value.
So you're saying that you would not stay in Sicilia because it's not good of a value for you?
If Cecilia was 17, I would rather have Cecilia for 17. But for me,
You'd
there's
rather have if Cecilia is 17, you would rather have Cecilia than Wongpan?
no. So that's what I'm saying. Like there's Muang Tan, I get 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms for $18 a night. So for me, I couldn't pay $18 a night for a hotel. It just wouldn't be worth it for me. So I take everything into account. Like that's why it's so hard for me to leave Danong because I get a bathroom for the exact same price that I'm paying here, and I'm like, it's not worth it. I said, yeah, I sleep on hay. Did you get free water with your $19 studio? Fluffy, we didn't get water with the studio. No, we didn't get water with it because we booked it on
We
Agoda.
did get water, but
Just 2 bottles or something.
just 2 bottles.
But I didn't expect it because it wasn't a hotel.
Yeah.
It was a
Home
Agoda.
stay.
It was a Agoda studio.
Yeah.
So I didn't expect water from there. So
No, but our homestay at Eva homestay, we get a lot of bottled water.
homestays, yes, but that was not a homestay to me. That was a studio.
It's homestay.
I don't consider those homestays. Homestays are the ones that might or might not have hotels. And that place was only two. It was only 2 studios. That's the whole building was 2 studios. It was like a property that someone bet. But those places I don't expect. A hotel, yes, I expect water. My brother paid for 2 rooms at the Intercontinental Hotel in Nha Trang for 6 nights with a dinner package, $2,700. That's
How
insane.
much is that for a night?
6 times 5, so like $500 a night. $500, Fluffy. That's insane.
First, you paid for the name. It's intercon. Second,
$500 a night, Fluffy.
yeah. Second, you pay for the service.
I think that's like 25,000 pesos a night.
Yeah.
It's either 25,000 pesos a night or two.
How much?
$500 a night. That's insane.
No, how much in total?
$2,600.
$2,600?
Yeah.
By 6 nights?
Yes.
So it's 4,300 per night. Dollars.
No. He spent $2,600.
2,600.
$2,700 total.
2,700.
Divided by 6. That's like 6. It's like 4. It's like
450.
yeah. It's like $400 a night. But how much is $400 in VND and how much is $400 in pesos? That's
25,000.
25,000 pesos a night.
11 million.
11 million VND a night. We spent
it's
300,000.
Yeah, it's intercon. It has a name, so you pay for that. It's international. Second, you pay for the service that they give you there. Third is the amenities that you give there. If you want the employees to go tumbling and do
$400.
they would do that for you.
So I haven't even drank my bottle of water yet. I still have that. So I'll probably only end up drinking 1 bottle here. The bottle that I filled up will probably last me the 2 days that I'm here. So it's not like every 20 minutes I'm going down there, but I got my one bottle refill. I should drink more water, and I really am going to try to start drinking more. But in a day, I probably drink this much water, which is like 48 ounces. Hers is like 1 quart. Fluffy drinks a lot more water than me. I usually drink 1 bottle of that a day, but I really should drink more. He paid for our golf. 8. That's insane. It's just so... You know what's so crazy, Tim? It's so crazy to... So Tim knows both aspects. Tim will watch my channel and see me spend $9 a night and get like a balcony place. And then he sees his brother spending $450 a night. That's like 2 extremes. I am like, your brother would probably have a heart attack. Like if he's seen like, hey, Will pays $17 a night for this. Like, and then if he heard, wow, Will thinks this is overpriced, he'd be like, huh? Or if he's seen the $9 place a night, he'd be like, $9? Like $9? I probably tipped the maid $9 just to make the bed. Drink water. I wish I can get paid by the word. Fluffy, how much money would I make if I got paid by the word?
You talk so much, and you know that if you get paid by word, you will talk more.
What is this button? Oh. Fluffy, you can make... Oh, that's awesome.
What?
So now on YouTube, you can hit this little button, and what it does is it makes a 49-second short out of the last 49 seconds. Why would I know that?
Fluffy, that's how people cut your...
But I do it while I'm doing a live stream.
Yeah, remember that...
How would I know that?
Oh, I didn't know that.
How would you even know that?
Because, remember, like, your live stream was cut by someone, and, like, he posted about something like...
Well, yeah, I can go do that on my laptop and do that and add that in. But what I'm saying is I didn't know... Like, if I just did a great clip from 1 minute ago, I can hit that, and then it automatically goes up on my YouTube right now. So now on my page, it'll have a 49-second clip of that. That's great. So whenever I have, like, a rant, I should just hit that button.
Yeah.
So we're going to have a lot more rants because I just found out that I can do a clip of a 49-second. So what happens is there's this button. So if I do one of the... I should have done that. If I would have known that last night, I would have done 49-second clips of the water talk, and then I hit the button, and then it uploads. Let me actually see if it uploaded. Let me see where it uploaded to.
Fluff, yeah, and then maybe you could, like, every word they could do what do you call that? Like, type in the words.
Type in the words. Let me see. Oh no, it's under shorts, I think. Hold on, guys. I'll catch up with your message in 1 second. I'm just trying to see where this thing got saved to. Oh, yeah, that's awesome. So look, that just got saved as a short. Okay. Let me see. Awesome. So I am going to start doing shorts again, but I'm not going to start doing any shorts in the sense that that I actually do them. I'm going to start doing shorts by clipping them from this. So that's awesome. Awesome. Man, YouTube, I really enjoyed that you finally had a feature that I liked, man. I appreciate that. Stay hydrated. Get this. Last night, he ordered Domino's pizza for the entire lobby staff. Bellhop's restaurant staff, they brought pizza and drinks in. I can't get mad on that. That's a nice, friendly thing. So you'll never... I mean, that's a lot of money, but I would never down somebody or say anything negative if people want to go and do that. So I don't mind something like that. That's a great thing to do. When you stop sweating is a good sign you dehydrated. Stay safe. Please save the bottle after drinking. No, man, I'm not going to save the bottle. Look, Mopor, this is my refillable water. We brought this all the way from Danong. So there we go. We bring this everywhere we go. Nice glass, not glass, but a metal bottle. And Fluffy has hers too. This is how we stay hydrated. That's how me and Fluffy stay hydrated. And then this is what you guys would think would be a legal substance, but don't worry, this is not Coca-Cola or Coca something. This is how I flavor my water. Actually, we'll make a drink of my water real quick. This is a good time to do it. Fluffy, which water should I do our free water or should I open up our big bottle? Fluffy.
What?
Should I use the small bottle or should I open up our big bottle?
Use the small bottle.
Fluffy, you already drink it.
No, that's you. You used that yesterday.
Public water bottle is too small. This one's like 48 ounces. Oh. Oh, Fluffy, I already got water in here. What am I thinking? But it's not cold. It's not cold, guys.
Oh, your water.
Please save the bottle.
Because it has ice, remember?
In this?
Yeah, I remember you did not use your chata.
No, remember I drank it out of the cup.
Okay, you can pour it to mine.
Pour what to yours?
Your water.
It has mixed of the stuff in it. It's okay. How many bottles they give you a day? They give us 2 little baby bottles. Like, one is for each of us. Look how little this bottle is. That's a little baby bottle. So that's why you guys got so mad at me that I went downstairs and used the water dispenser. You guys are like, how dare you use the water dispenser? That's just for the 2 employees. I'm like, no, this is a 3-star hotel. Of course they're going to have a water dispenser for us. Like, don't be crazy, guys. You guys are like, how dare you? It's like, dude, this is a 3-star hotel. I paid for the water. I paid for all the amenities that you get. I paid for the house. Look, I didn't even get house cleaning today. Not that I wanted it, but we're not going to be here long enough, so I saved them money. So the least they can do is, yeah, give me some freaking water out of the dispenser. Damn cheap hotel can't even give free big no. So here's what they do. So luckily, I always know my trick is at hotels they always have a water dispenser. So I filled that up last night down there. But they give you that small one. And then you go like, oh, we got a big one. Here we go. But they don't tell you these are 10,000 each. And yeah, 10,000 is like 40 cents. But come on, man, I'm not going to pay for water. They have a water dispenser downstairs. Always ask permission before helping yourself. We actually did. We did it on live stream because people were saying like, you can't drink that water. I was like, of course you can. It's a water dispenser in the lobby for everybody. People were saying, no, that's only for the 2 employees. It's like, no, dude, that's the public water dispenser. People were actually giving me a hard time about it. I wish I would have done the short stream about that. Now I'm hydrated, guys. Don't worry, I'm hydrated now. All right, guys, I'm going to get off here. I'm going to charge my device. We're going to go down to this beach in maybe 30 or 40 minutes. We're going to walk down there in a few. I've heard that too, Anks. Obviously, it's science. If you boil things, it kills all the stuff. I just haven't done it. Water is just cheap enough out here that you can go buy a huge water dispenser. It does take time to boil it. If someone boiled it and they offered it to me, I would drink it. But I really probably wouldn't take the time or effort to do it. But I don't think I would be scared to do it. But the problem is I can't refrigerate that water because it's in that cup, and that cup is insulated, which means even if I put that in the freezer, the temperature inside there will not cool down or heat up. It's insulated, so even if you put that in the refrigerator, it doesn't make it any colder. Yeah, I wouldn't go out of my way to make it or get it or anything, but if someone boiled it and they're like, hey man, this is boiled water, I cooled down, drink it, I would probably drink it. But I will never go out of my way to make it or do anything like that. But anyways, we're going to get all this stuff ready. We're going to go to the beach in a few. And then hopefully you guys will pop back in. Give us about an hour or so. And then you guys will see us at the amazing beach of Tui Hua. Right, Fluffy? Tui Hua. Fluffy.
Oh.
Tui Hua. So catch up in about an hour. Look for the notification. Thanks again, guys.